All right, come on,
Hi,
Jeremy, let's run.
everybody.
Hi,
Welcome to
Jordan Stream.
Cherin's Crossing the Search for Cherin's Path. Kind of a working title. So this is a game that I've had written for a while, and it is part of my homebrew world. I have told my players here, as well as my players that exist in the campaign outside of this, that whatever happens here will be canon. So if they decide that they want to unleash an army of mimics upon the world, or maybe some Bob Ross mimics, of course, too, that will be canon, and this island will be inhabited by Bob Ross mimics. So,
Yes! This must come to
amazing.
fruition.
so we will see what happens. As always, please, if you can donate, if you see below, we actually have donation lists for myself as well as a couple of the players as well. Your donations will impact the game, as well as go to an amazing cause. So please, if you can't donate, share, like, tweet it out. Anything you can do, every little bit helps.
So far,
before
we
we jump,
405. Just squeezing it in there.
whoa,
Yeah.
that's a nice little mic drop. Before we begin, why don't we go around real quick and just introduce ourselves, just because we're kind of from all over the place. And we have Jeremy, who's brand new, so why don't we start with you?
Yes, Jeremy.
Well, hi, I'm Jeremy. I am the main dude for Midnight Kingdoms. So you can find us at Midnight Kingdoms on Twitter or .com. I also have a personal one where it's just Jeremy D. Kleinhans, like you see down below.
AKA
There.
one of the best huggers on earth.
So I'm told. I hear that a lot.
Yes.
You know, I'm not humble or anything about it. What else? Is that it?
Yeah, the hug was the most
I'm-
important part.
I'm so
next
nervous
to
and
Midnight
caffeinated
Kingdom.
right now.
Oh,
So
yeah, we did kind of throw you on the spot.
Fine.
Hey, it's your first
Hey.
time. Go for it.
Go.
Tell us all the
Yes.
things.
You got
Do
your
it.
thumbs out now.
Chug, chug,
Why
chug,
don't we go
chug.
with you?
Me?
Yeah.
I am PBSmitty. You can find me in most places as PBSmitty. I am currently playing weekly as part of Geek Attack on Tuesday nights on the Thread Raiders channel at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. You can check me out there as Valiasar Sandrino, the dark, super emo sorcerer with mild PTSD from his childhood.
Okay.
That's it.
He's pretty awesome. Our wonderful CA.
Who am I?
Oh, you muted, my dear.
I'm muted?
Yeah, you
Nope.
were muted.
not
my dear.
anymore.
No. I was just being shy. Let me be louder. I'm chaotic Anarchy, but exhausted. It's been a great and long fundraiser, and I'm really glad that you're all here today. I've probably introduced myself a lot today, so you already know where I'm from. But my character today is Phoenix Wildfire. They are a elf bard.
Are we introducing already?
Am I not allowed to? With
You
I don't know.
totally can. This is.
Boom.
I'm a
You
very.
lost your opportunity.
We'll just play the whole game
I'm
without
not
The
it.
rule is whoever introduces their character
Should I hold
first
off?
is
I'll
the
hold
first
off.
to
Well,
die,
that's
so,
me.
I mean,
I'm
that's
Chaotic
fine.
Anarchy with an extra A. I'm on the Thread Raiders podcast. You can find me on all social media.
All right, and last up, Rikeerik.
I am the Rikeerik. You can find me on Twitter at bayhome_mas. Don't even look at the captioning for that. So, I am in the podcast Book Zombie Presents Curse of Strahd, hosted by Welcome to the Party. And it is super, super fun. I play Lena Random and her with a rock familiar. She is amazing. Anyway, I'm here right now, and this is going to be fun.
Yes. All right.
It has been decreed.
It has been decreed. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Oh boy.
You got
All
this.
right. So, for Phoenix, Kilgrath, and Zachariah, Lady Himelda of the Emerald Enclave has requested the three of you to answer a call for aid from the remote and mysterious island of Belair. This request for aid comes specifically from the leader of the tribe, Brunna, of the Isheri tribe. Quickly and secretly, the three of you were transported to the capital of Jorix and placed upon the Mistweaver and sent into the whirling and unpredictable mass that is the Whisperian Sea. You have spent now about 2.5 weeks, dealing with hurricanes, random storms, series of very hot days, very cold days, and now you find yourselves standing upon the sandy shores of the island of Ilair. Why don't we quickly go around and describe each of your characters, Yay, if you wouldn't mind?
Oh, I know how to do that.
Oh, you muted again, my dear. There you go.
So my character is Phoenix Wildfire. It is an elf bard. They were not very good at being a bard when they first started, as most bards are. However, they're known for causing accidents of great proportions, such as like setting things on fire by accident in concerts and things like that. They're very clumsy. They believe that they're amazing, but they're not necessarily. Some of their songs are pretty bad, and they don't have like any groupies, and they're not well known in other places. But they did, however, meet Jeremy's character, and your Jeremy's name is what?
Kilgraith.
Kilgraith. Yes.
The Huggable.
Yes.
Yes.
Kilgraith. And I feel like they became close friends.
We're buddies.
And, yeah, we're very close buddies, and they keep me safe because my character is very naive and can be very gullible at times. They're very curious, so they often get in trouble. So they definitely need Kilgraith in their life.
I'll go next.
Yeah.
Yay.
Since I have heard my name several times.
You're welcome.
And
I am Kilgraith the Huggable. I am a half-orc monk of the Tranquil Path. So yeah, Phoenix and I met at an aunt's wedding. And I have instilled myself as her bodyguard / manager.
With unlimited hugs.
Oh, I'm
It's
completely.
the best job
That's why he's
ever.
the Huggable.
Yes.
And that's why the Tranquil Path. I try to give people hugs before we start fights.
Mm-hmm.
I try to disarm them with hugs and lots of love.
I'm picturing the really big guy from Mulan that picks up what's his face who's really mad, and he's like yawn, like trying to call.
Or I also picture the really big dopey panda from Kung Fu Panda 3.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can see that. And Zachariah.
So Zachariah is also a half orc. He is wearing highly burnished splint mail, kind of decorated in blue and gold, in the style of his deity, the Aegis Destrano. Around his neck is a small iron trident that he wears. He's fairly affable, and although he has certainly proclaimed himself to be a true believer, you have not, at least yet, seen him try to convert anyone to his cause. He's mostly just been interested in getting to know everyone and making friends while aboard the ship.
All right. So the three of you are now standing on this sunny beach. It's really hot. It's really humid. You can actually feel like the beads of sweat kind of starting to gather under your armor and various clothing. And you hear behind you the waves kind of lapping up against the shore. Why don't Phoenix, and I would actually say, Zachariah, why don't you roll an Arcana check for me, please?
Yay. Let's roll.
Let's roll.
19.
Hard to see in the dark
Right.
case. Oh, well, it's not a good roll anyway. Wait, what do I have over Arcana? Oh, it's a 4.
Okay. You feel like something tingling behind you, but you're not really sure. Maybe it's some inspirational song that's trying to work its way through the expanse of your brain. Zachariah, you get like a feeling of archaic magic with a little hint of religious magic tied to it. It seems some sort of god might be doing something. And as you actually turn to look back behind you, you see that portion of the ocean, where it's nearest the shore, is starting to, instead of lapping up as it usually does with the waves, is starting to kind of gather into a whirlpool. And you see there's what looks to be black, purple, and spots of white light that are coming from it. We're going to stop there for a moment. So, Bazul, yes?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I will probably butcher the name a little bit. I will fix it, I promise. So, seeing the rest of your party is seems to be discussing what they're deciding to do next. You're a bit tired and you're leaning up against the stone wall somewhere in the Underdark, exploring one of the dungeons down there. And you're kind of leaning, watching the situation kind of happen. And then all of a sudden, it just seems like there's no wall behind you. And you just kind of start falling backwards. And the darkness basically envelops your entire vision. But you do hear for one moment a female voice says to you very clearly, "Help them." Next thing you know, white light hot is hitting you, as well as salt water is starting to fill your lungs. And Zachariah, you see arms kind of protruding out of the water.
I'll,
Jeez.
I'll turn and run to the water to try and grab the arms.
Okay.
Will someone please help her?
Pull up.
Well, I'll go over.
There now. That's no place for someone to be coming ashore.
She thanks you greatly.
Well, of course. It's the least I can do here on this new shore. Friends, we got company. I'll yell to the others.
Shall I?
Go ahead and describe your character.
Okay. You see coming out of the water a drow cleric. She is wearing scale mail, and a pink and yellow bonnet wrapped around her neck.
That's not something I would see coming out of the ocean. Oh no, what happened? Were you shipwrecked?
And she is quite odd. Her eyes are completely white, and she has this white mohawk, and the rest of her head is shaved.
Sweet.
That's cool.
Yeah, she's pretty
Badass.
punk. Except for the
How-
bonnet.
Jordan, how are the drow viewed in this world?
Drow are viewed pretty favorably. Like,
Okay.
they're not treated indifferent in any way, shape, or form.
All right, awesome. Good.
Yeah.
She is
you are
very
fine.
self-conscious about that.
No, my world is very comfortable with. We don't have stereotypes and stuff like
Excellent.
that.
Good.
So,
Allow me to escort you to shore. And I'll offer my arm.
Bazul will take your arm, and she says, excuse me, but with whom does she find herself with?
Of course, how impolite of me. I am Zachariah, otherwise known as the Wall Pastor, and I am certainly glad to make your acquaintance.
Your caption said you were a
so
wall of
is she.
pasta.
And full of carbs.
Oh my god.
Ooh, I'm crying already.
oh no! All right.
Who be thy friends?
So I go up and I put my hand out awkwardly, like just misses you, like gets too close to you, and you kind of have to back up to like handshake it. Hi, I'm Phoenix.
Hello, Phoenix. She is Bazul.
Pleasure to meet you.
As Phoenix, kind of stumbles a little bit, I grab her elbow, kind of instinctually, expecting the clumsy little step,
Yes,
and I
which I
go,
often do.
go, my lady, I am Kilgraith, the huggable, and he reaches in for a hug. May I-
no,
may
thank
I-
you, please.
may I- Okay, I apologize. Here's my hand.
We're all
She
very,
will
very
reach out
friendly.
and-
We've got
and-
hands and hugs and lifting.
Yeah.
Let us
She
help
is
you.
unaccustomed to such familiarity between mere acquaintances.
My apologies. I find that hugs usually break the said ice that is usually there.
Where are you from?
I am from the party of Revengeomancers. I know not what the world is called, because apparently it's not important, and we've fiddled enough with time that the name has changed quite often.
Phoenix, you know a thing or two about fiddling. Ain't that right?
I could fiddle all the way down in Texas. I don't know what world we're in. Is there a Texas in this world?
The world is Porclasia. You guys are from the continent of Ampistrano.
Fiddle us all down to Epistrano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate some bluegrass. I like it.
Ding, 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 ding.
I
got one of those mouth harps, you know. Like...
Yes.
All right. Actually, so as you guys are talking, Kilgrath, you see, kind of as you're looking at the ocean, watching Bazul come up and be welcomed by the group.
Donation.
You notice what looks to be, we have a donation already.
Uh-oh.
A random player drinks a potion.
Ooh. Okay. Let's see. I have a D4 here. I'm going to roll it. See who gets it. All right.
Oh, thank you.
That would be
thank you for subscribing.
CA. So you, all of a sudden, as you're talking, you see something shiny in the sand.
I pick it up.
You pick it up, and it's this rainbow liquid that's in there.
I drink it.
Okay. You all of a sudden, so as you're talking and you're hearing introductions happen, all of that, and you're kind of still getting adjusted to your surroundings, all of a sudden you're seeing feelings. You can see purple that's kind of resonating around Bazul as they are becoming more accustomed to their surroundings. Around Zechariah, you see this white hot light of positivity and just confidence that is just coming off of him. And around your friend Kilgraith, you see a lovely shade of pink and rose.
Yay! I was wondering what color I was going to have.
Down at yourself, you see this lovely, like sunset orange, kind of coalescing around you very slowly as you're taking in this new adventure.
So you start to dance in like 10 minutes, like motions, so that I can see all my fingers blur in the colors. Oh, guys,
you're just kind of like standing there and going like this. So for the next 10 minutes, you can mark this on your sheet. You will be able to see others' emotions.
Oh,
yes,
sweet.
Okay.
Fun.
Little jelly.
Do I know what they mean though?
Yes. So each time you see it, you'll see in common they'll have like a little bit of Sanskrit almost. But the emotion is.
Kilgraith, like, how do you feel? Why are you so pink?
I am feeling lovable and huggable.
Oh, this is the best potion ever. Thank you. Oh, it's exciting.
So you'll be able to see that for the next few minutes. Cool. Kilgraith, so as you're looking and taking in kind of as your job, bodyguard, and essentially it's your job to basically see all the exits, see possible danger sites. You see further down the beach what looks to be some driftwood that's washing up. And it looks to be some kind of purple and black cloth.
Okay.
That is familiar to you.
I'm going to, all right, I'll look at Phoenix, be like, there is something down the beach. It seems familiar somehow. I'm going to go check it out quick.
Like, pet your face so I can see what color orange and pink can make.
Like a little puff of color that happens. So each time you're doing it, Kilgrave, as you're looking at her,
Okay.
her eyes are just wide. You're just like,
Wait, so like scary or like more like
No, she just looks very
anime
happy.
big
Very
eyes?
Puss
Yeah,
in Boots,
anime eyes.
like,
Just
oh
Yes.
my god.
this is so cool. You don't have no idea what she's doing.
I'll give you a
Okay.
quizzical look, like, are you okay?
I'm really okay.
What did you drink?
This bottle in the sand.
Never mind, this is usual.
Now I can feel emotions on a whole other level. I can even see them.
You see little explosions of like orange each time you like.
Do you happen to have any left over?
Mm. Do I? I think I don't know.
Kilgraith, you're wondering if maybe it was just she's been out in the sun for a little bit too long.
There was a $200 donation,
Holy
says
cow.
Sean.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
I guess we got to do one of everything on the list.
Oh, gosh.
Let's
What?
go down. That's fine.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Oh, with an escape rope sounds fun. I really want a fruit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I really want.
All right.
I got.
So
I don't know if it's bad or
Are
it's
we-
good fruit.
That looked like it was an anonymous on the.
are we sure that was
on the
Thread
list.
Raiders or are
Yeah,
we
I don't think it was necessarily.
Okay.
A song.
Oh,
So
so
you
you
can
went
prepare
quite
for
a few
that.
things.
A lute song? I didn't write a lute song.
I'm actually going to post my list to the chat as well. Since I-
Okay, perfect. Thank
Sean
you.
says they-
Do you have
looks like
mine,
they want
Jordan?
Quite a few
I
things,
do
so
have
don't
yours.
know
I
if
can
you-
Okay,
post
cool.
it.
Oh, my character transmogrification was only for last night, so you know. For the $10, it looks like. Yeah, $10 character transmogrification
Sean has
is
a
for my
list
Squealia.
from the donation.
Oh my.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. I'm so curious now.
I know, like, this suspense is killing me.
The ocean washes up 50 mimics. Yes. I'm so excited.
All right, that's Kilgraith's list.
Whoa, there's the list. Oh,
I didn't.
that's
Lots
the list we
of-
got?
No, that's the list that Jeremy sent me.
Got you. I was going to say, wow. Man, Jeremy, you were like hooked up with that $200.
I'm
Like,
excited.
they just want to do everything.
Oh, it didn't post
Yeah.
all of it. Why didn't it post all of it?
I will make you a special.
No, that's fine. It worked. So Kilgraith, as you walk down towards the edge of the beach, you see that driftwood with the purple and black on it. If you want to roll investigation.
And Jordan, they put up the list so you can see it.
Oh my goodness.
It's every player a fruit. CA and Smitty get legendaries. Party gets health potions. And Mimic Swarm boss is added. And DM gets 3 nat
Three
ones.
nat ones? Why would you do that to me?
Do we get to decide when it happens? Or like, how does that work?
That's so
Alright.
much.
Wow, thank you so much for the donation.
Yes, it's
Wow.
fantastic.
I really appreciate it.
Gets a fruit. CA and Smitty, if you want to go ahead, and I will let you choose your legendaries. Actually,
Oh my God.
Oh, there's
Huh?
so many.
I'm going to be gone for like an hour.
Yeah. All right, guys. You go ahead on the beach. And I'm
Say
gonna...
roll random.
so all of a sudden you just see random like legendary items just washing up on the beach. Jeremy, what did you roll?
Oh, I didn't roll yet.
Okay.
I got distracted.
If you could.
I'm
There's
going
a lot
to
happening.
use tonight. I'm using my ice cream dice, pride dice.
Ooh,
I have not used them yet,
Yay.
so
Oh,
I'm very
cool.
proud of these dice. So
Oh,
anyway,
she nat 20s.
Jordan, do you have the bottom half of Kilgrath's?
I thought it posted all of it, but I think it had a limit.
It ended at the bottom. Yeah, Kilgrath will. And it doesn't. I'm making a graphic so we can put it at the bottom there.
Beautiful. I'll post the last two because I'm not sure if it posted the last two.
All right, I'm just going to make this easy and difficult for you, Jordan, and go with a ring of 3 wishes.
Fair. I am a chill DM.
Wait till you see my wishes.
Oh no.
Oh, we get wishes? Oh.
He does.
Well, I kind of isn't the deck of many things a legendary?
I think it is. You want the deck, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I feel like
I'm gonna have
go
to dig out my
wild.
tarot cards.
Everyone loves the deck of many things,
Hang on.
Till you don't.
right? What do you think, chat? You think I should do a deck of many things? Or is
I
there a
have my
legendary
tarot
item
cards
you
that I
think
can
I
use
should
with
use?
it. Get to whip these bad boys out.
Okay, Jeremy. I'm really
What?
excited about pillow fighting.
Oh,
I'm pretty excited. Okay.
Pillow fighting and tickle
This
fights,
is
baby.
good. Yes, this is good. This is good.
baby, baby. I mean, no, what?
Yes.
Not again.
Oh.
Yes, again.
Okay.
There we go.
Jeremy, I'm sorry, what would you roll?
Oh, 16.
Okay, 16. So as you're flipping this, my brain's trying to comprehend everything that just happened. Plywood over, you see what looks to be a like a small sigil from a flag. And it looks to be, it takes you a minute because it's been several years since you've seen it, a pirate ship's sigil or symbol of the Nadora depths.
Ugh.
Yeah. The rest of you all see lovely fruit sprout
Yes.
up.
Can I have a banana?
Yes, you can have a banana.
I want a dragon fruit.
Okay.
I'd like a tomato.
Tomato.
Oh, controversial here.
Yeah, right?
I also just posted my list to chat.
Yes. Making graphics.
My list is down below if you care to look.
Yes. I have
I
yours
can post it to chat, but I don't want to.
Minnie,
I
what
think
fruit
it's
did
because
you
they
want?
don't have.
I said tomato, but I can make it an actual fruit if you'd like me to.
No, that's totally
Hey,
fine.
hey. Tomato's an actual
Tomato's
fruit.
a fruit.
It is a
It
fruit.
is.
It is
Jeremy, what would you like? I feel like I'm placing an order for like what we want. Do we want wings? Do we want pizza? What we want?
I want a papaya.
Papaya.
Oh, papaya.
I just
Alright.
like
I
how
thought
it
about
sounds.
a mango. That sounded really good too, but
Mangoes are good. All right, let me roll to see
it's so good.
what the effect.
The Aegis has blessed us with a bountiful harvest.
Voice saying, "Help me! Help me!"
Oh no. I try to eat some. No, is it a banana?
No, no,
in it?
no. You look down the fruit. It's not the fruit. I
Oh,
promise.
God.
It's not the
I
fruit.
was
Oh,
like,
gosh.
oh, I just really wanted this fruit.
Coming
Oh, God.
from what looks to be the wooded, beached, the jungle area of the island, and as you're looking towards that direction, you actually see several palm trees that are extending up high, as well as either some fog or some mist that is extending outwards, but it stops about 50 feet away from where you guys are. But that's where the voice is coming from.
Okay. And that's what happened when I ate my banana?
There's more to come if you decide to go an adventure.
I'd like adventures.
Okay.
Let us go. Go onward.
right, so
the tiny
So you
voices.
see Phoenix just
Do-
start
Shuffling along the beach.
Yeah, do any of us hear the voice as well?
Mm-mm.
Okay. You there, whatever your name is, hawk or birdie of some sort. What is it that Lion's doing? I yell after Phoenix.
I am going to the tiny voices. Do I see? Oh, can I see like their emotions like floating around? Are they like little fairies?
You see a trail of what looks to be a dark purple, kind of almost like a sand, and it's extending into the jungle itself.
What's the Sanskrit say?
It says sad.
Oh, there's sad tiny people.
Oh,
We have to go save them so I can eat my fruit.
Azula approves.
So are you all going into the jungle?
Hold on. How far away am I from all this?
She's starting to walk. I would say you're about 30 feet away when you start seeing her.
Okay, I wasn't sure how far away the emblem was.
Not far.
What's the name of that again? I'm sorry.
It's the Nadora Depths.
Oh, okay.
IDORA.
Yep.
steps.
It's be like, Phoenix, where are you going?
I have to save the tiny people.
Oh, not
And
again.
then I gotta eat this banana.
And I quick follow after her.
Yes. Which is easy because I'm definitely fumbling around in the sand. I am not a
Yep.
sand walker by any means. It's not a thing.
So are all of you going into the jungle this way?
Azul follows.
Sakurai will just subtly shake his head, unlimber his warhammer, and just be like, "Here we go." Follow along.
All right. So it doesn't take you long. As soon as you step within the fog mist that's occurring, you immediately notice that the sky above you, which was sunny, is blotted out almost immediately by clouds. And there's a very sulfuric kind of acid tinge to the air. As you guys are walking, you actually hear droplets of rain. And each of you start to notice as you're kind of looking at your armor, as like the droplets are starting to hit, you can smell what smells to be like a burning metal. And it seems like slowly, very slowly, for right now at least, your armor is starting to corrode a little bit.
What about cloth? Because
Cloth, it's starting to move a little bit quicker, but
Okay.
it's still very slow. It's not like it's raining like a down.
okay.
It's kind of like a droplet, like every now and again.
I have on a set of magical gauntlets. Does the water, when it falls in the magical gauntlet, do anything?
No. Nope. And by the way, you also all got a health potion.
Sweet.
So I
Sure.
wanted to make sure you got that.
I do require health.
Mark that down.
Health is good.
Health is good. Health is very well. So you guys
What?
I said health is very well.
Okay.
What do you think I said?
Yep.
Welcome to almost 1 a.m., folks. So you guys keep walking for a little bit and you're following this trail, and eventually it leads you, Phoenix, to you see in this small clearing, there seems to be a little bit of a hill, and there's like an archway
Mm-hmm.
at the very top of the hill. But the trail of motion or sand is how I'm picturing it right now. Is kind of leaning over towards what looks to be a skeleton in the sand, and next to it is a chest.
I hug it.
You hug the skeleton.
Does it speak to me?
You hug the skeleton. The skeleton does not speak to you, and it immediately breaks apart.
Oh,
Upon
I am instantly
looking-
filled with sadness as the
oh, you
crusty
see the like
dustpan
orange
just,
around you
like,
fade to that
poofs in front of me.
similar color. You actually see that that motion is going towards the chest that is next to the skeleton.
I just look at Kilgrath and I look like I'm about to cry because I don't even know what just happened.
And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden you hear in your head, Phoenix, hello?
Nobody's gonna believe me. Can anybody else hear this?
Nope.
Oh my god. Hi.
To everybody else, it just
I'm
looks like she's talking to the
Phoenix.
skeleton.
I'm just like talking into the
Hello?
wind. Where are you?
You should do this
You
often.
see, you hear the voice coming from the chest. Hi, are you here to save me?
I am.
Now.
No.
You don't sound so sure of yourself. Are you sure?
I don't know where you're coming from. Are you the box?
I'm right here. I'm the box.
What's in the box?
My name is Mimi. I'm a mimic.
How small is
Right.
how big is this chest?
Like a small jewelry box.
No, I pick it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I
Oh,
hug
what
it
a
and I love it
cute.
with all my heart.
And I
My
suckle at you.
previous owner didn't make it. Are you my new owner?
Yes, I am. Welcome to my life.
You.
And we still can't hear the
No.
voice, right?
You see her all of a sudden picking up this box and just like hugging it like very happy.
And one side of a conversation.
Yeah. Harry's gonna think I'm insane now.
I'm guessing we're all kind of standing there looking awkward at each other.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I have now this deck of many things, and I asked chat how many cards we should pull, and it was requested 5.
5?
Yes.
5.
Thanks for orbs.
And I feel that I have to do that because it's for chat. So
okay, I do not have a deck of many things, so I'm not sure.
I have a health potion. I'm feeling kind of confident. Oh, so I could probably roll for it because
there you go.
These decks
While
only have
this is
13.
happening, and I'll let her. Do you guys slowly hear what sounds to be clicking noises.
Right.
Does anyone else hear that?
Yes, I do.
Oh, good.
At least somebody
Where's
hears
that coming
something.
from?
And it's coming from behind you towards like the left.
Right. I put my hands on my commas and I get into a defensive stance.
Okay. I'm not going to make you roll. You all of a sudden see very similar sizes of just mimic chests coming your way.
Oh, dear. She wonders what these are?
And we need to roll initiative.
Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
jeez. I'm glad I pulled my deck of many things. All right. So the first one is the Sun, which is the King of Diamonds. Let's look and see what that does.
I got a 13.
Doesn't narrow it down. The way that this is split looks really weird. I don't know. Like, so I have like the deck of many things up from roll 20, but it doesn't seem to match up with the numbers. So go ahead. I'll try looking up a different list.
Sean is posting a bunch in.
Yeah.
All right, you rolled 13, you said?
I did.
Okay. Jeremy?
Oh, 11.
So,
Zachariah?
4.
Don't make the new girl go first.
She will go first.
the Sun. Oh, okay. Is everybody waiting for me? Is that? what's
No,
that?
I got to roll for them.
Oh.
Let's see
I think
how
I'm
many
going
there
as
are,
fast as I can,
actually.
everybody.
Okay.
Okay, so the Sun gain beneficial medium wondrous item and 50,000 XP. Boom. Did you want to pick my medium wondrous item?
Oh, I'll you know what? Go for it.
Yes. Does anybody in chat want to pick my wondrous item medium? Yes. All right.
And I also need you to roll initiative.
Oh, so sorry. 13.
Okay.
That's me. So
Who is more dexterous, you or Bajul?
are you talking to me?
Let me see.
Yeah.
I have 0.
Like just the dex skill?
Mhm.
16, which is a
Oh,
plus
let's
3.
see.
Okay, so you are more dexterous, so you will be going first. All right. So, CA, I know you're doing a lot. We got a lot happening.
Oh, I have a
My
1
next
in
one
dexterity.
is immediately gain plus 2 inherent bonus to 1 ability score.
Did you level up from your 50,000 points?
I don't think points matter in this one, but I
No,
would
it's
still love
more
them.
it's milestone based.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, plus 2 ability. Okay, so when am I going first? Who am I attacking? What do you want me to do?
So you were magically having this moment with Mimi the mimic, and you are starting to now hear the clicking noises behind you. that are approaching. And as you turn around, there are various sizes of these larger and smaller chests that are approaching. There's about 8 of these that are coming up on you. They do not look as friendly. You can see red hot rage like just permeating around them.
No. Stop. We did nothing to you. All right, so I'm going to try to convince them that I am quite precious and I would never hurt them ever.
Okay. All right. How would you persuade them? And then if you want to roll persuasion.
Oh, it's all right. It's okay. I'm here to help you. We mean no harm.
All right, roll persuasion.
Let me love you. So it's a 28.
And I'm assuming, let's see, chat, do you want me to use one of my nat ones now? There's 3.
No, I feel like that was a good roll.
That's a good roll.
Yeah.
That was a good roll.
That's a good roll.
Good
Yeah,
enough,
you
though.
see
That's
them
the
kind of pause and they like all look in your direction. They all kind of look at each other.
That's right.
But then they change in their direction and they start heading towards the rest of your group.
No.
Oh,
no! That didn't work as planned.
Rick.
Okay. I am going to cast blindness, deafness.
Okay.
I am going to find whatever is the biggest one.
Okay.
And
There's a large one.
okay, which and you must say make a Constitution saving throw, please.
All right.
Oh, okay. So Sean picked my wondrous item. And it's a garment made of black silk interwoven with faint silvery threads. You gain the following benefits. Resistance to poison damage. You have a climbing speed equal to your walking speed. You can move up, down, and across vertical surfaces. I'm like Spider-Man. This is great. You can't be caught in any webs.
Ooh, there you go. They made a save of 8.
Yeah, that doesn't make it.
Yeah, no. This one just...
Okay, they are blinded.
Okay. So you see this rather large one that almost looks like it could fit at like the end of a bed, like a large like chest. Just stops what it's doing. All right. And Jeremy.
I will try to convince them as well.
Okay.
Like, again, as the Phoenix has said, we mean you no harm. Please rest.
All right, roll persuasion.
Right, and I get it at advantage
Mhm.
Ooh.
because I am a tranquil monk.
Ooh.
Ooh, glad I have that. Oh man, rolled 4s twice, but still 10.
Okay. All right. They rolled a 2, so it works.
Nice.
So they pause again, and now they're the one that is not blinded is they're all kind of turning in on each other. Like imagine like Muppets kind of like turning in and kind of conversing for a moment, but they seem pause for their turn. They're still going to move forward, but you see Phoenix, the colors changing slightly.
Okay.
It's not right hot like rage. It's changing to like a color, kind of like a yellow. It's kind of like anise, not like a pretty yellow. And now we're up to Zechariah. They're now about 30 feet away from you, by the way.
It looks like they're calming down.
Yeah.
Did you say that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'll, standing there with my Warhammer out, I'll hear Phoenix say that and I'll say, I'm not a forceful evangelical, so I will wait. But should you humbly step into my church, I will deliver you the sermon of a lifetime. It will be your last. And I'll stand there poised.
Right. What is this one shot turning into? Of course, I love it. Not at all. I love it. Thank you for the donations. Okay. At that, why don't you roll persuasion for that as well?
Right.
Use that persuasion.
Yeah, Bazula is feeling just a little bit intimidated at the moment, so she's just like, "Yeah, nope, I'm not doing this."
Only an 11.
Okay. Going off of the average, you see them all kind of slow down, and they still come upon you, but you can see now, Phoenix, that their coloring is very tranquil. I almost went tranquil.
Tranquil. Marriage.
Marriage to love. It is a very tranquil kind of gray. It's a neutral right now. They're very calmed down.
Including the one who's blind.
Average waste. You see that their coloring has changed to gray. They're nice, calm down, but they're still approaching. But they're not clicky clacking at you. They're just kind of now they're kind of moving forward through the sand.
Is it my turn?
I mean, we're essentially out of initiative. You kind of persuaded them enough to not fight. So thank you for calming down a small swarm of mimics.
Yeah.
And thank you for donating for a small swarm of mimics. I wasn't expecting that.
You're so sweeties.
Kilgraith is gonna kind of squat down and put his hand out, palm up, kind of like you do with the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, shh, come, it's okay.
You see like the smallest one, which is like, it could easily fit in your hand.
Oh, is that tiny?
Yeah, just kind of saunters forward a little bit, pauses, comes forward a little bit more, and then eventually comes to you.
Aww.
I'm gonna like just use a finger to pet kind of each one very lightly on the top.
Okay. As you do, their lids pop open, and you see actually in the smallest one, there's a piece of paper with a map.
Oh. Is this for me, my friend?
Aw. Can I convince them I'm their leader?
Sure. How would you do this?
I'm your leader, mimics. And I will love you unconditionally if you let me lead you.
I just see your character with your arms outstretched with a bunch of mimics across them.
Yes. And they're like gnawing on my clothes and I don't even care. I'm living the life. This is amazing.
Yes. So Kilgraith will ever so gingerly pull out the piece of paper.
You see for a moment it like starts to close and then it pauses.
Like, you. You're the silly one. You're so silly.
Who's a good mimic?
And you see on the map, it's actually a map of the island. Looking at it though, interestingly enough, there is no water source that appears to be like no like river on this island, no small pond, nothing. But you do see that there's an X mark, probably what looks to be north of where you're at now. And it looks to be probably about maybe an hour and a half from where you're at the moment.
Can I pull out my compass to kind of verify kind of where we are?
Of course, if you want to roll intelligence check.
Sure.
As you're pulling out your compass and looking at the map, I'll lay a hand on your shoulder and I'll be like, the Aegis wishes you to guide us, and I'll cast guidance on you.
Nice.
I rolled
Oh, well,
no, what is it?
it's just a D4.
D4? Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Oh, 4. I rolled a 24 total.
Okay. Yeah, it's pointing north. Probably you can kind of guess by the map the safest route, although it obviously you're not sure how dated this map might be. There's no like etching of who was working on it, who was the cartographer or the date. But you can guess that this is probably your most approximate way. And And most likely this X is marking where Brenna and the tribe are. So
Remember, we are here for something.
Wait, I thought we were just here to find mimics.
Is the rain still falling?
The rain is still falling. It's still very sporadic at the moment.
Is it impacting the mimics at all when it hits them?
No.
Okay.
It's just impacting our metal
Metal
and our clothing.
and cloth. Yes.
Okay.
Anything that is- if you want to do an Arcana check real quick.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
do.
Ooh, that's a nice roll. 24.
All right. You see that it seems to be affecting only non-magical items.
Oh, dang. Bazul would like to try and find cover underneath one of the palm trees.
Okay. Sure.
So, like, to kind of shimmy away from any more raindrops.
Okay. You takes you a little bit, but you eventually find one. While the rest of the group is trying to figure out their next step. Phoenix, now the rest of the mimics are kind of around you and they're kind of swaying back and forth. And
I sing to them.
Boom, shakalaka, boom, shakalaka.
And Zachariah, back, I mentioned earlier, on a slight hill, there's a archway. And you feel for a moment some holy energy coming from that. Just for a split second. You kind of look because you feel like someone might be watching you.
Okay.
And for a moment, you feel like someone's staring at you. And you kind of look and no one's there.
Can I roll a religion check to see if I know what deity it might be?
Sure.
I will guide myself. Don't worry about it.
Maybe it's Destrano checking in on you. The other one that you might be, although it could be a reach because you're not really like into their thing, is Fiora. She's the goddess of the Dominion of the Veil, which is like where spirits cross over before they go to their eventual planes.
Got it.
And she's known for hanging out in archways. You're not.
While I do not worship her, I have sent many a spirit her way.
So you do get a split second moment of that, but it could very well be Destrano just checking in and see what you're doing.
All right.
What would the rest of you like to do now?
I'm singing to the mimics.
I'm checking on Phoenix, making sure she's okay.
I want to be a mimic.
We cannot hear you, Phoenix, and it's making me very sad.
But why? I'm so loud. It's the worst. Okay, better? Can you hear me now?
A little bit.
Yeah?
Hang on. So Maddie says check the donations.
I'm going there now.
I'm still trying to get through the many things. I'm
sorry. I know.
I'm
not expecting all of this to happen.
Oh, wow. We got a bunch.
Oh, this one. Okay, wait. Hold on. Let me post the
Thank you for all of the donations.
Thank
I don't want you to
Absolutely.
because I'm definitely not. I'm loving this. I mean, I even get to the main quest and I'm honestly okay with it. Like
This is too good.
So Hillgraph looks over. I am singing to the mimics.
I'm terrified. What is it?
Yeah, so Daniel Hornberger donated $15 for a random player to drink a potion.
Okay.
Also donated $25 for me to fiercely befriend an inanimate object, deliver a moving speech using 5 words supplied by chat, and compose and deliver a relevant to the game limerick. And then Maddie donated $30 to add a boss monster.
Ooh. All right. Thank you so much for those donations. That's amazing. Oh boy, now to put them all in.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do the potion one because we did that one already.
I think this might have been the second potion one because underneath
second
it.
one.
Yeah, it's the second potion one.
There's 2 potions?
There's 2 potions.
Oh, I only see one on my page.
Oh, that one was from 41 minutes ago, so this might be.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That one we did.
Oh,
already.
okay. So don't worry about that one. And
Daniel, if you want to give me 5 words, or if other folks want to include a random word in chat for me to speechify about, I will take all suggestions.
awesome. So what are the rest of you doing at this time? You're checking in with Phoenix, you said.
Pumpernickel for Maddie. Okay.
Yes, and I am singing to the mimics is what I was doing.
Okay.
Okay, so the deck of many things. So, because it's stuff you need to know.
Yes.
One of them caused me to be hostile towards an outsider.
Oh.
It doesn't say who, it just says between you and an outsider. So that's you to know. And I have the service of a 4th level fighter. I don't, it just says I can gain it, so I guess I could just pop them out whenever. I don't know how that works.
So as you
Pop him out.
so as you're discussing with the mimics, all of a sudden, you kind of lean down to pet one, and all of a sudden it
No.
splinters, and all of a sudden just a man in armor pops up in place. I'm here, my lady, to serve you
mimic man.
proudly and strongly.
Yes, this is great.
What is this one shot? I don't even know anymore.
Oh, I'm going to loosen my concentration and get rid of it on that one that I blinded.
Okay. All right. You see the one that was just kind of standing in the back, hadn't moved, and is seeing like all of its friends, like all of a sudden, like over there. So it's just slowly womping over.
She apologizes.
Fiercely.
She says to the
Wait, so this fighter in armor just suddenly appeared out of this one mimic?
Yeah, basically this probably medium-sized mimic. She kind of leaned down to pet it, and all of a sudden it just kind of splintered and wood chips kind of flew everywhere. And then all of a sudden, like, person popped out. It just got like a sword and like a spear.
So he didn't die, he just became like Pinocchio.
Right. I'm going to step between him and Phoenix and just stare at him.
He just awkwardly steps forward and goes, I'm here to serve my lady. I will serve her proudly and strongly.
Will you?
So tiny. I just picture
I'm here
him,
to
like,
serve my lady.
super
I will serve her
small,
proudly.
like a tiny doll looking up at Kilgrath.
You are annoying me. Just gonna keep staring.
Who will win?
I'm here to serve my lady.
Will you shut up already? You are testing my tranquility.
Run away. Run away.
I have my eye on you.
You're doing that. It's hitting him in the
Yes.
face. Like, because he's that close.
Oh, is it? Dunk, dunk. Me,
Yeah.
you.
And you see, he has like a spear and a shield, and on the shield is a giant like mimic. He is a knight of the mimics.
Nice.
Dear sir of the hugs, what is on that
Yes.
piece of paper you hold?
Oh, this is a map of the island, so it appears, and we there's an X on it. You said
that may
that,
be indicating something.
Jordan. You said that was most likely the village.
You can. I'm not going to make you roll. You can guess that is probably where the village is located.
Right. I believe that is where our first destination should be, as it is the main village of the island. So, I think.
What object are you
Seeing
going to
as-
fiercely befriend, Smitty? I'm kind of excited about this.
So for my limerick,
Yes,
Okay,
as
yeah,
we're standing here, Zachariah will just look out and say, we have sailed many weeks to land on this shore. We have started as 3, but now we are 4. We shall do our best to complete our quest, or my name isn't Zachariah, pastor of war.
Oh, I'm going to award you D10 for inspiration. So you
Sweet.
can use that at any-
Ooh.
I do that. So that's one of the things that I do in my homebrew game.
Nice.
If somebody is very creative, sings songs or does something like that, I reward them because that's awesome. And I encourage that. So you have a D10. You can use that
Awesome.
at any point during this game.
For my speech, which will take a little longer, I have 4 words: pumpernickel, chupacabra, psychedelic, sponge, and I need
Fun.
a 5th word. So
Ooh,
feel
I
free
need
to
a
drop it
fifth
in there.
word. Everybody.
It's 2 words, but Baby Yoda.
You can hyphenate it, and
Let's say
technically it's
yeah.
one word.
All right.
Oh,
This is going to be hard.
Good luck with pumpernickel and psychedelic.
Let's see. We got a $5 donation.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But they are unsure what to do about that.
Mm.
Oh well, we can
Saying
come
abort,
up with something.
abort.
believe
You
me.
can definitely come up with stuff.
Let's see, I think I have a $5 thing.
Yes, you do.
I have a jazz scat for 30 seconds.
Yes, make
There
it
you go.
happen.
Can I do that?
Yeah, yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. Zibakabao, yata dira bao, yambatafao, yata bo, zero, zero, zimbabaragatata, zero, zero, bata yambambabo.
Nice.
Woo.
It gives me chills
30
when they
seconds.
sing every time.
Wow.
Oh my
Please don't
That was
make me do something ad-libbing like that. Jeez.
gosh.
I encourage creativity. And thank you so much for I can't believe we've raised $680 something in the last.
Awesome.
And we still have a boss monster to attack.
I know, yeah.
Ooh.
Hey, but we have a mimic knight.
Yeah, you do.
Yes.
Okay, now you have a
Tiny
little
mimic
army of mimics.
Level
So,
4. Level 4.
yay, did you think
Awesome.
that this was going to happen tonight? I didn't.
Thank you, Lucha Bear. I appreciate that.
It's wonderful.
Mhm.
So yeah, so you can gather by looking at this map that is most likely
Right.
where the village is.
Now that we are done singing, I feel left out. Might I suggest we head towards the village and bring our many friends that we have suddenly
Azula
acquired.
proves.
No.
All right, so you guys begin walking. It takes you about an hour and a half. You guys are trying to be careful, but there's lots of like mangroves. There's kind of wet areas, but every time you step into a puddle, it seems to have more of that acidic kind of feel to it. So you feel like your boots are starting to slowly corrode every time you do. You don't hear a lot of wildlife. Like you don't really hear like the caw of birds. You don't hear like any monkeys or the stereotypical like island kind of feel. It's very quiet, and the fog is still kind of looming in every so often. At this point, you guys, can you roll a Constitution check for me, please?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
This water, does it corrode skin?
Ooh.
Right now, no.
I was saying,
Okay,
Right
I want
now?
to take
Oh,
off my
no.
shoes. My
because I'm
shoes are very
barefoot.
special to me.
Oh, okay. I thought.
Not right now, but we'll flavor it because I'm also trying to keep in mind the rating. In my game, we get a little bit darker, so I'm trying to not make it too
Okay.
gruesome. So I'd rather you
Okay.
guys not be walking around with skeleton feet as you're, kind of moving around the island. So we
Okay,
will,
let's see.
for right now, at least you can feel that, maybe your boots are not as well supported, or in your case, I would say actually, Jeremy, you're probably wearing like some kind of sandal.
I was going barefoot. Nah, I'm barefoot.
You're barefoot?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You can feel like a itchiness,
Right.
but nothing's like corroding yet or anything like that.
We got
Okay, good,
a
'cause I rolled a one.
$10 donation for a pillow fight.
You know what?
Yeah, I noticed that too, Lucha Bear. Smitty's in my video. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
What am I
It looks like
doing?
you're like leaning over
Oh.
to Rick's like thing, like
Oh, my bad.
oh, that's really cute.
Oh, wrong way. There we go.
I'm doing my best to type up this.
Oh! Mwah. Kiss you on the cheek.
Oh, get a room.
No.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Now it looks like Smitty's hiding behind a tree. Like
I'm moving him
I
over.
rolled.
There you go. Get back in your square.
no, I love it. It's wonderful.
Oh, I got an 18 on my Constitution check.
So you're feeling fine. You're feeling it's a bit warm, but you're adjusting just fine. Kilgrath, you said you rolled a 1.
I rolled a 1.
Okay. The heat's really starting to get to you, and that weird fruit from earlier, with that heat that because you were breathing fire too.
Got some heartburn.
Things are starting to get a little bit dizzy.
Okay.
Things are kind of warping a little bit for you. What did you roll, Phoenix? I know you have a million things going on, and now you have a to worry about.
Reading my wonders item. 15. Yeah, 15.
The pillows are mimics too. Oh no!
Oh gosh, you're adding.
That would escalate.
Okay, you're.
They morph into just one big giant boss monster with big pillows. Pile of
Move over
pillows.
Bob Ross mimic.
Yes.
We got a pillow mimic.
Mhm, mhm. I fought
um,
a curtain mimic today with a Bob Ross picture on it, and it would like suck up the blood of its enemies, and as it did, like the Bob Ross face would start to become clear on it.
that is terrible.
It is terrifying.
It
Love it,
was
though.
so terrifying, but so worth it.
So you can still hear your lovely little Mimi the mimic, but it's starting to get really hot and uncomfortable. In your armor that you're wearing, you're starting to sweat a bit more. It's just a little bit uncomfortable. You're starting to get like, maybe you're
Chafing.
pulling your hair up. Maybe it's chafing, sure. Maybe you're pulling your hair up just because it's just starting to get sticky and uncomfortable. And what about you, Zechariah?
17.
17. If anything, you were looking even bluer than you were a little bit ago.
Nice.
But you were doing fine. You are actually surprisingly very cool. Yeah, it feels
Super cool.
This is nothing compared to the heat of battle.
feels like a 60-degree day, whereas for everybody else it feels like 95 with like 97% humidity. It's very uncomfortable for
I'm
everyone.
doing okay. I'm doing
Zacharias
pretty good.
Are there
Yeah.
any walls or perhaps trees?
There are tons of trees.
Okay, so can I climb a tree?
Sure. Why don't you roll athletics for me? And it's gonna be a disadvantage because you're a little dizzy.
I feel, yeah, probably. Oh no. Oh,
I feel a
no.
problem
That's
coming
not
on.
good. That's not, oh my god, I lost one. No. Okay, that's this one time. So it would be. I don't know what I have for athletics. It is a 17. Also.
17.
Mhm.
Okay. So you make it up. You at one point you start to slip, but you hear below you because you could have started to understand. They're like, "Don't let go." Not to, like, climb up higher, and you're able to climb the tree.
Yay.
What are you hoping to look for to see?
So I'm actually going to call for Kilgrath, and according to my garment, I can hang off this tree like I'm a spider. So I can put my feet on the tree and just kind of like have my hands free. So she'd be like, Kilgrath, look.
No hands.
And I'm gonna like pretend like I'm
Hey.
falling, but like not. Like, woo.
Holy, get down from there.
Woo.
What are you? Stop that. You're going to fall.
Meanwhile, you're just hearing like all your little like mimic children are like, and the guard's like, "Milady." How you do it?
There's just so much happening.
I
Just trying to make sure we get them all in there.
Yeah.
Oh, fair.
I'm a
Very
spider
fair.
monkey now. It's happening.
Are you done?
I'm done.
All right, thank you. I'm gonna help you down as you get down to the tree,
All
and
right.
then behind my back, I'm gonna pull out a pillow and just smile
Mhm.
and kind of look over at the mimic knight.
Mhm.
Yes.
And then out of the blue, I'm gonna go pillow fight, and I'm gonna smack the mimic knight.
Roll an attack.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, sweet. Got a 19 plus
That hits.
23.
That hits. Oh yeah. So you go in, you just with this because he's so being like, my lady. So you just go in and it goes boom. My lady, what?
I can make 2 attacks in a round. Can I attack again?
Go for it.
all for Flint.
18.
18.
Yeah.
That hits. Yeah.
Nice.
His AC is 17, so I mean, like,
is it?
it's really not that great. It's okay.
This is so much fun.
Jordan, you're gonna need a chart.
We're so not gonna do anything of the main
I didn't
quest
even get
here.
to donate for my fruit yet.
I'm trying to get us back to the main quest, and then more stuff keeps happening. Well,
Keep those donations coming.
I'll
I
make
love
you
it
it.
'cause there's like this is gonna be the most random story ever. It's so good.
It's fine. I just love the idea that literally my other players are going to come to this island and there's going to be like, have you heard of the goddess of the mimics and the and the blue man? Like there's so many things.
Hmm.
So yeah, you get him again.
I'm sweating from laughter.
My cheeks are killing me.
So yeah, you knock him, and this time he actually like drops his like shield, and all the mimics like slowly turn towards you.
I just smile at them with my pillow ready. Huh?
I look up at Phoenix.
So with my babies, I go running down the tree. It's all right.
I mean this in good fun.
And then good fun. You pummeled our fourth fighter mimic.
At this point, Zachariah, you notice you kind of feel the presence of someone watching you again. And you turn around and there appears to be this older woman. She's probably about 4 foot tall, pretty short. She's got gray hair that's really wavy and braided. And it has like a series of like starfish that are kind of interwoven into the braids.
Mhm.
And she has one solid kind of horn that kind of tucks back a little bit. And she's kind of looking at all of you confused.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Do I know this person? Do I sense anything from this person?
You sense that she's, by looking at her, she is someone in leadership power.
Okay.
She slowly kind of walks forward. She's got like this cane and she's walking forward. She goes, so I'm guessing you guys are the aid that we requested. She's just looking around at just the chaos that is happening right now.
Indeed, the aid you are looking for. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Zachariah, the wall pastor.
Still says wall pasta. I can't.
Wall
I can't
pasta.
stand it.
Wall pasta. Now coming to a restaurant near you in Empistrano, there's the wall pasta.
I'm serious. We all have to watch these games. We'll all get together and watch these games, but only read the captions. And it's
Yeah.
a whole different story. We have to do that.
For anyone relying on my character is Zachariah, the war pastor.
Ah, there you go. Nailed it.
Christ, the war. Hey!
Hey, there we go.
She kind of walks forward and she puts her hand up and she goes, "Pleasure to meet you." Oh boy. Okay. We weren't expecting.
I'll turn around and be like, knock it off! Introduce yourself, knock it off!
I'm just standing there with a dumb look on my face with the pillow at my side.
Like, I didn't do it. Like,
I look down at it and I drop it like a little kid. Wasn't me.
What? Psh, nothing happened.
Nope.
oh boy. Okay. We'll make do. All right. So, if you wouldn't mind following me, the village is not that far ahead. We can quickly get to the mission at hand, and well, you can be on your way to better adventures, I'm sure.
Of course. Before we begin, I would just like to say one thing
Of
to
course.
my friends.
Mhm.
I'll turn and I'll gather you all in and I'll say, friends, comrades, fellow adventurers, we step forth today on this mission with our spirits fortified by our noble ends and our stomachs fortified by the delicious pumpernickel bread we ate this morning. Like,
We had pumpernickel bread this morning.
like the chupacabra, we shall stalk the island as legendary creatures. With the potions and fruit we have eaten, guiding on our psychedelic vision quest. And like the humble and unassuming sponge, we shall absorb the lessons of this place so that we can become even greater than we are when we started. And finally, let us not forget that our fervor to protect the inhabitants of this island shall be dwarfed only by our collective fervor to protect and defend Baby Yoda.
Freaking amazing, Smitty.
That came
Wow.
out my notes.
The sponge. Yeah, I made the sponge. I was doing so good, and I lost it.
I like that you thought I was starting off with the real thing until I got to
I
pumpernickel. That was
did.
fantastic.
I did. I was like, pumpernickel bread?
Are you okay, Jordan?
Eat
Came
in
out my
the
nose.
forest. Oh,
Soda.
no. Well done. That totally gets inspiration.
That
You have
was
to give
fabulous.
it to him. That was great.
Infinite
You
inspiration.
have an
Oh,
eye
yeah.
in the future.
I
Oh,
unfortunately
jeez.
don't award. You have me crying. It's don't award double inspiration, but just know I totally would if I.
No worries.
Oh my god, that came out my nose. Oh. I chose to drink at the wrong time. Oh boy,
We are getting nothing accomplished.
I love it.
Bazula proves.
I can't stop laughing.
Leslie T was here for it
I'm
too.
so sweaty.
Oh boy. Okay.
Ugh.
And scene.
Yeah, exactly. You hear this quiet, like, kind of clapping behind me, like, very appreciative.
Oh.
So you too have heard of the Yoda, like. So yeah, you you have your meeting. Do you follow her back to the tribe? Oh my god, my nose
Yes.
is fire. Ow.
Yes, Bazul follows just
Alright,
because she has nothing better to do.
fair.
I will,
kind of scurrying from tree to tree to avoid puddles and raindrops.
Okay.
I
What do
will
you do,
lag
Jeremy?
behind a little bit and quickly grab my pillow and quickly stuff it in my backpack.
Why don't you roll a perception check for me, Jeremy?
Alrighty.
All right, I'm gonna drink now that it's safe.
Is it really though?
Are you sure?
Doesn't
And
feel
one
so.
more thing.
If it's not Tabasco sauce, you're killing me with laughter in another way.
That's amazing.
23.
23.
Yes.
Okay, so as you're walking, you notice that the mimics are kind of like when geese follow their mother. They're
Yes.
following Phoenix, very like mimicking her completely.
Like,
She's got a little bit of swag, so they're kind of swagging like with her.
How many are there altogether?
There's 8, so she's got a little flock of
I like to
mimics.
imagine that the mimic knight is also in line, but like not first in line, like third or fourth. Like
Oh yeah, no. It's like a little teeny tiny one that's like directly in front of him, and he's like, his one step is like 8 of the like tiny ones, so he just walks over like one. So Kilgreth, you notice that as you were walking, you're kind of walking through the trees, and there's little areas where there's hills or smaller kind of mountains. You notice what appears to be two individuals that are kind of watching you as you are walking. They're too far away for you to kind of like see who they are.
Do they look like they're... Do I have enough information to tell if they're native or if they're dressed like the
Roll
elderly woman?
investigation.
19.
19.
This
It's
dice
too
is
hard to
liking me.
see right now.
All right.
There's been a lot going on with the pillows and the mimics, and now this random person that's just randomly appeared. It's just a lot to take in. So you're kind of trying to prioritize hazards as best as you can, but it's something you notice at least.
As we're walking, I realized that I just totally just started following this person, and I'm like, can I do an insight check?
Sure. A retrospective insight check. And she's talking.
Hey, he should get 2 nat 20s for that.
19.
Come on. That was good.
She's telling the truth. She is who she says she is. She is Brunna, who was the one, and she's not really hiding it. She's kind of walking like a whenever they show like one of the Lifetime movies and it's one of the old people walking through like a garden or something, just very like, oh well, over here is blah blah blah. Like she's just kind of describing different things as you guys are walking. And so she starts talking about the tribe. She mentions that this tribe has been on the island for probably about 10 millennia. It's been around forever. Yeah, it's been around for a very long time. Not many people know about it, and they want it to be a secret. So she asked for all of you to use your discretion and please to not, shout it to the world, where you are.
No one at home would believe her anyway.
Yeah, I'm very quiet and rarely speak.
We have no water at home, so.
Oh, you have that problem as well. So
on a global scale.
After a moment, after actually several minutes, she takes you to this part of the jungle. I'm still recovering from soda coming out of my nose. She takes you a part of the jungle, and you see she's actually wearing this gem that has a crystal around it, and she holds it up, and you actually see in the air in front of you, all of a sudden, a bunch of sigils start appearing, and it looks like a door is starting to like slowly open, and it opens up, and you actually see there is like a full-fledged village that is just completely hidden away in this portion of the jungle. Otherwise, it looks like it's almost completely like cloaked. But as you guys are able to enter into the Asheri tribe, all right,
we have received a donation.
Yes,
for me to speak and sing song for about 5 minutes. Clock started.
So the door has opened, and you see a fully functioning what you would imagine before was some kind of tribe. It is like almost like a city. There are like large bamboo trees, and I'm blanking on the other word, the coconut trees. I'm blanking on the word right now because I'm still processing soda apparently in my brain.
That's not really the way you're supposed to intake it.
Nope. But you see they've actually built their homes into these trees that are massive. So it just extends upward. And there are hundreds and hundreds of people that are milling about. Otherwise, not noticed at all. And the door does shut behind you as you come in.
Fascinating. I always love to learn about new cultures and societies. Bazul, tell me a bit about your culture and your society, if you don't mind, since you recently arrived.
She is rather not proud of it. She comes from a rather dark background, but she refused it. So she was ostracized.
I'm doing a dance as this happens. Interpretive dance.
She comes from a strange world of large cities where very few people have windows. 'Tis quite sad.
Thank you for sharing.
Nice.
So as he has
So-
finished this lovely song of her story and her people, you guys continue along until you reach what appears to be the center of the tribe itself. There is 2 large statues that are in the very center. One appears to be of a flying bird. You're not sure of what exactly. It's kind of hard to tell because you can see that the statue is extremely old. As well as there seems to be some kind of platform. And you guys kind of gather around. And she gestures towards the large bird. And she goes, "This is our representation of Cherin. Now, I see we have a holy person and a holy blue man. What is your familiarity? Have you heard of the great Cherin at all, or?"
Ooh. I just rolled a 22 on religion.
Okay.
Wow.
You have heard her name. She is very tied to Fiora, who I mentioned earlier.
Mhm.
She was one of Fiora's champions during the time of the fall, which is when like the gods were kind of battling against each other. There's a lot of like lore with it, but she was the champion. And so I see you're familiar with her. She was the champion of Fiora, the Dominion of the Veil, where we all go to at one point before we go to our respective gods' planes, whether it be Elysium or some kind of Armageddon-like world, or even the Seven Hells. So she founded this island for many of us refugees from a city that had been split in two and fallen into the ocean. And this was a safe haven for us. But while it kept us safe, it came at a cost. We were unable to produce and keep water near us. Cherin, in her bravery and strength, was able to scour the island and find eventually an underground reservoir that had plenty of water that has kept us supplied for, 10 millennia, essentially. But now this water is disappearing, and at this point, one of her like assistants, kind of comes up with like a bowl, and you see that there's a single drop of water in it, and she kind of holds her hands over it, and for a moment, it looks like the water is growing and more is coming in, and then it suddenly shrinks, and then there's no water left. We have attempted to get more water here, but unfortunately, it's not working. So we are seeking aid to potentially find this. We've sent several search parties into what we might believe is the area, but all of our search parties haven't come back. So we are hoping that you might be able to assist us with this.
She does believe she can help. Would you please guide her to where this water is supposed to be created?
Beautiful voice.
Yeah. Shivers every time.
Yes, we many of us are now terrified. I'm not sure if you've experienced, and she looks at the mimics that are surrounding Phoenix. All of our island's peculiarities here. Your armor is quite messed up. Why don't we take you over? And she slowly starts taking you over to like the smithy essentially, and starts kind of giving you once over. And you see they have this while she was walking through the woods, each of you notice none of her clothes were getting tarnished. None of them were like slowly corroding and stuff.
Oh my.
So she's it's going to cost you a bit of penny, of course, but we do have the ability to perhaps strengthen your clothing a little bit. So if you want to pay 50 gold, you can get resistance for some of that acid that was dripping onto you, as it was acid rain.
She will pay. And
All
with
right.
that, the 5 minutes is up.
Hey, there you go.
Well done. Well done.
Zachariah will also pay, but as he's paying, he'll notice sort of like just a small link of a chain sitting by itself on the anvil that sort of catches his eye, and he doesn't know why, but there's something about it, and he's like, "How much for that spare link of chain, too?"
You see the Smithy who's like working and stuff, and he's like eyeing it. Why do you want it?
There's just something about it. I'll throw you a silver for it, huh?
Silver. If you want it that much, it's gonna cost you some gold. This is very fine chain.
I mean, I got some gems out of my out of my deck of many things.
It's gonna cost you about 45.
I have
45 gold for that.
You want it that badly. Otherwise, it can go back in the chink.
How much are gems worth here?
Depends on the gem.
It's not very specific on my deck of many things. It just says 50 gems.
50 gems? Okay. Yeah, I would say that would be corresponding enough. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay, so I will let Smitty's character know that I have 50 gems that they can use.
Huh. Zachariah was like, "I am truly humbled by your generosity. The ages will speak of your charity and compassion for the ages to come." And he'll take the money, hand it over to the smithy, take the link of chain. And just...
He's not even looking at the chain now. He's just looking at all the gems. Like, all right. Bye-bye.
I'll turn to Phoenix and say, "I do believe we got the better end of that deal."
No. And I just look at the chain like, okay.
Really, Miss Mimic Queen, with all of your army judging over a chink? Really? I love it. Okay. She takes you back over to the table, and I'm assuming she looks at the smallest mimic, which like has been flopping open. She sees that there's no map inside. She goes, "Oh, I see you've earned his trust. So I'm assuming you have the map." One of you. She's looking at any one of you, slightly panicked.
Yeah, no, yes, I have it right here.
Okay. Whew. All right. So she starts drawing out on the map. It looks to be further out, closer to where you were originally, near that archway. But instead of going north towards the tribe, it looks like the map wants you to go east. And towards the east on the island, if you're looking at it, she kind of draws what looks to be, she marks a bunch of like flowers. She draws little flowers out. And then she shows like a small building. She's like, "We believe that might be it, but we're not exactly sure. Again, every time we send a group in, there's always some kind of problem."
Bazoo is not afraid.
Like, my lady.
Yes.
On our way here, I noticed there were two figures standing out in the distance. Do you happen to have sentries along your borders? Or should we be concerned as to their presence?
We do have several sentries stationed around, but they're usually much closer to the village. And the fact that you saw them means that our sentries were either not doing a good job, or perhaps there's someone else on this island. So I would caution you. And she looks over at Phoenix. "Do you wish to keep them here, or do you wish them to come with you?"
We're never parting ever again.
Okay, fair enough.
That's never gonna happen.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right. if you wish to come back to the village, and at this point, one of her other you see she's got a bunch of handlers that are just standing around her with various things, and someone steps forward with a similar looking crystal. I'll give it to you since you are holding the map, and if you need it at any point to come back to this area and hold it up, and it'll reveal the door to you.
This is for me?
This would be for Mr. Kilgreth, since he has the map. You are the keeper of the mimics. You do not hold the map.
Yes, I am.
I'm going to just walk over to Phoenix and just kind of lean in and say, I just want you to know that I truly and sincerely do appreciate your charity, and the protection of you and your flock of mimics is high on my priority list, only behind the protection of the Aegis herself, of my friend, the link of the chain, and of course, Baby Yoda. But you are certainly number 4.
She is number 4.
Much appreciated. Thank you kindly.
So Brenna starts walking you back towards the entrance. We of course ask that you do this as quickly as you can. We are quickly running out of reserves of water. I don't know what's so funny, Blue Man.
Unrelated. Something that happened earlier.
Okay.
You know that happens sometimes.
Yes, of course, Blue Man. We ask that, of course, you do this as quickly as you can. Water, as I'm sure you are aware of, in terms of your holy water and the water that which nourishes you every day, it's priceless, and we need it as quickly as possible. So just be careful. This island tends to play trick on people, so just be careful. And the door's sliding up.
Okay.
Oh, well, no. What do you want to do?
Okay. May she show a gesture of good faith?
Sure.
She looks around to every bowl and cup she can find and casts create water.
Okay.
Cool.
Go ahead and if you want to roll for it.
I think it just happens, but if you want me to roll for it, I will.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what I'm adding. Oh dear. What do you want me to add?
Arcana.
Oh, okay. 15.
Okay. So for a moment, the bowls start to fill up. They're not getting quite as full as when she was kind of showing a little bit before, and then all of a sudden it shrinks again.
Bummer.
So it takes you a moment, but you realize that perhaps she was kind of showing you that they had attempted this already. There seems to be a very specific water that they need.
Okay.
So, but she does bow her head in your direction and thank you, of course, at your attempt. And she kind of comes over and she raises up her stick and kind of lightly taps your forehead, a thanks. Well, don't die.
We shall endeavor to do such.
And she just slowly starts walking back and then just kind of waves as you guys start heading out.
Fare thee well.
So on the way out, I am going to tell them of the 2 gentlemen, or the 2 figures that I saw.
Yes.
And also about the flag that I saw along the shore.
Yes.
So, my companions, I fear of those 2 figures that I saw on the outskirts of this town, because I also came across the emblem of the Nodora Depths. Are you familiar?
Am I?
No, you're not from this world. You would have no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She knows not.
15
They are...
history.
History, yeah.
15.
But I'll let you kill Grith because I've told.
Oh, you know. Okay.
Yep. I was once a member of the Nador Depths. I am not proud of my membership with them. They like to infiltrate other pirate crews and over a month's time attempt to mutiny within those ships to further their fleet. I once had a little wanderlust and joined their crew, and I saw many good men die at their hands. I fear with this water that there's something greater afoot here. I fear they look for this water as well, or the mysteries and treasures that this island may hold. It is not good news if this is who is here.
Truly
Yeah,
disconcerting.
understands.
Is that good, Jordan? And they got all the info.
Nice. Well done.
I know, I had to look back on what I had told you. I was like, yep, okay, we're good.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
And as I'm telling that story, I kind of unconsciously pull out that golden compass, and I slowly just kind of rub my thumb across it.
You still feel the etching. It's still as clear as day. Even
Awesome.
like you have it memorized, even though it's kind of faded.
Yeah.
It's still as clear as day. And you slowly begin your trek towards where it's marked on the map.
I will pull out my compass again and to make sure we are heading in the correct direction.
All right. If you want to do an intelligence check for me, please.
Certainly. That is
Hi.
an 18.
Oh, 18.
Yeah.
My cat is agreeing that you are able to yelling quite a bit. You were able to eventually figure it out. You kind of start in the right direction, then you get a little bit sidetracked. But you're eventually able to go. Are you moving stealthily, or are you just kind of traipsing through the jungle?
I would suggest, I will look at them and I suggest, while I know time may be of the essence, with the danger that may reside, I think we should take our time and make our presence known as little as possible.
Zagara smiles and just moves even the slightest bit, and his entire mail is like. I am not one for subtlety, my friend, but I will certainly try.
She finds herself in a similar position. Despite her elven background, her armor makes her quite noisy.
You should make audiobooks.
Yeah, you've got really good voice for that.
You really
Agreed.
should.
Thank
It's
you.
so soothing. And
Yep.
really,
I've actually
sucks
thought
you
about
into the
that many
story.
times.
You should try it.
Totally.
I don't know how you get
Graduators,
into
just
that, but
read a book every
Yeah.
night.
Be awesome.
Down.
Why don't each of you, if that's the case, roll stealth for me, please?
Oh dear. So normally I have advantage. With scale mail, I have disadvantage. So it's just an even 20.
Yep. Oh, Zachariah.
The Aegis desires my presence be known.
You're too busy admiring your new chink.
It even adds it just slight bit more noise.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
I got an 18.
Okay.
I got 18 as well.
All right.
Are we all doing this?
Yeah, it's
I thought it was just the two of them.
it's everybody, and I average out since you guys are going as a group. But the fact that Zachariah has a 1 is going to make it very, very difficult.
Oh dear.
I mean, it's a 2 with my
Oh,
bonus.
it's a
I mean,
2.
I have 4.
Okay.
4 is good.
So you guys are able to maneuver through the jungle.
Every time I hear the chink, I just kind of flinch.
You hear the chink, and then all of a sudden, every so often, because you also Phoenix has all the mimics that are crowding
Yeah,
around her
that's
as they're
right.
walking. Even the soldier, every so often you hear because she keeps tripping over a bit of root that's maybe sticking out of the ground. But she keeps pushing herself, and then each time she kind of falls, or starts to fall, the soldier is like taking a step, like, my lady. So it's really not that stealthy. Eventually, you're able to get there.
Insert Ryan Reynolds gif, hand to head.
Yeah. And you see before you, you're in some kind of glade, and there are what looks to be about 12 of these vibrant pink and yellow flowers that are kind of strewn about the glade. And then further ahead is a set of stairs. What's the left?
Because I know that on Jeremy's list that you can donate to have them smell the
Yep.
flowers.
That's what
why
I was-
left.
Oh no!
Yeah. When they mentioned the flowers, I was like,
Mhm.
uh-oh.
That's the thing.
Bazul was about to smell the flowers anyways, but now she's not going to. Now that she realizes that it might be dangerous.
You see ahead too, there's a set of stone steps that are leading down into what looks like, Zechariah, you can pick up on easily, some kind of underground temple.
I will share such with the group.
Okay.
All right. What do you do?
An underground temple. This is quite fascinating. She believes we should explore, and perhaps this is what we have been looking for, or have been tasked to look for.
Okay.
I'll look at Kilgraith and say, this is where the map is taking us.
Yeah, I'm gonna check the map and kind of get our bearings.
Yep. You can tell that this is where she is clearly marked.
Okay. Like, yes, I believe this is the spot. Did not think it was underground though.
Let us be off.
Let's.
All right. How are you proceeding, and in what order?
Bazul will take the front.
Are you running headlong, or are you going stealthily?
Not quite stealthily, just kind of guarded.
Okay.
I will look at Phoenix and
Currently
pretty much put myself in front of her.
I'm scooping up all my babies.
So whatever order she would like to go in.
She's got her flock of mimics behind her, too.
Right.
I'm scooping them up to make sure they're safe. I don't like what's happening.
You're trying to scoop one up and like another one falls. Just too many. It's like trying to carry too many boxes when you're
I
moving.
need
Like
a bag of holding people. I should have picked that as my wonder side.
No. I
Too
don't think
late.
you were expecting this many mimics. I
No.
definitely wasn't. So all right. So you guys progress forward, and as you do, it smells. The flowers are very fragrant. There's a very almost pungent smell of lavender. It's kind of sickeningly, just like overpowering. It is. It's just very. For a moment, it's very relaxing, but then as you guys are continuing onwards, it's just getting a little bit much. I need each of you to roll a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Oh, dear. That's a 10 from me.
Okay.
Yeah, 20.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Saving throw?
28 total.
Whew.
Did you say it was a
4 for
saving
me.
throw?
Yes, dex save. Yep.
Okay, 14.
14. All right. And 4 for Zechariah. All right. So you guys you're maneuvering around the flowers quite a bit. But Zechariah, there's this one particular flower that seems to kind of shake as you approach. And all of a sudden, it seems to kind of move. And then the ground breaks open. And a creature appears with bright blue hair that is just dressed down. It is covered in armor and what looks like leaves, almost essentially. And it's got a 2 swords at its sides, and it just bares its teeth at you, going ha! I need everyone to roll initiative. Don't laugh at my ha!
What does it do again, Jordan?
Ha!
It's a Bilbo sort of a initiative. That's another 10 for me.
2 for me. I gotta get rid of this
Ooh,
die.
Zachariah.
I'm not the worst. I'm not the worst.
24.
24. All right.
26.
All right, and for you, Phoenix.
26.
I can't hear you.
But why? That's so weird. Like I'm on max. Like I can hear myself super loud. It's so weird. 26.
We can hardly hear you at all.
What?
Yeah, you're very soft. Baby needs a new
But
mic.
I'm at like max on my microphone. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's like I'm screaming in my ears. That's how loud it
No,
is.
you're
I have
really
it on-
soft.
Yeah, it sounds like you're whispering.
And I'm not pulling your leg. I would genuinely
I
like.
don't know how to fix that. Like,
Take your headphones off and no, I'm just kidding.
What's your initiative?
26.
Oh.
Your mother instinct is just kicking in. Your children might be in danger. Phoenix, you were actually up first. So you see this large creature. Let's see. Stats.
Okay. Does it
Uh,
sound
it's-
better by chance?
No, it's still super soft. It's got very pale skin, blue hair that goes down, and it's got what looks to be 6 legs.
Okay.
It's almost like a spider-like creature, and on its back is the flower that's now grown in size. Almost looks like a broken open tortoise shell, essentially. So what would you like to do?
Are we attacking this, guys?
Yes. It went attacking the shit.
Yeah, it's making a swipe at Zachariah.
It seems aggressive.
be aggressive. Okay, then I will attack it.
All right.
Trying to see if I have any weapons. Oh, okay, I do. All right, boom. All right, so my character, because they are a bard, their weapons are actually also instruments at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a, it looks like a guitar, but it's actually like an axe on both sides. It's a double axe.
Yes.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's really cool. So
I
I'm going
love
to
it.
try to slam down on it and see what we can do.
All right. It's about 20 feet away, so are you going to move it up closer to it?
I am, yes.
All right. Go for it.
So this is going to be 16.
16 just barely hits. So go ahead.
Yes, I have the power.
Mhm.
Okay. And that does. So that would be 6 damage.
All right. All right. So you come down with your guitar axe,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
You come on down and just cut across the chest of it and goes. But
Boing.
as that happens, I need you to roll a con saving throw.
Oh
Oh dear.
no. That's
This
never
is
good.
scary.
Oh, well, that's a nat 1.
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay. So as that happens, some liquid sprays out and it ends up hitting you in the face.
No.
And it seems to actually be a little bit more powerful than the rain that's been falling on you. You can tell that this is some kind of acid that is coming out of this creature. So you are going to take 14 points of acid damage.
Which would not be a poison.
No.
I get acided in the face, guys. It's not cool.
Ow.
'Cause acid
But it's
is a word.
clearly angry. You've definitely enraged it. So it's still making that weird. I'm not going to do it again because I know you.
So I just
That's making that-
scream when it hits my face. Like my face is melting.
I'm
I'm melting.
What a
Um,
world! What a world!
So Kilgrith, you see this happen, and it is your turn.
Excellent.
Next up will be the monsters.
With 2-weapon fighting style, would
Mhm.
I get an additional attack with that? Like
Yes.
So I would get 3 total, my 2 monk. Because I have 2 attacks standard. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So 3 attacks total.
I'll allow it. Why not?
I just wasn't sure what the 2-weapon fighting.
I'm not sure
Did on
either,
that.
but I'm going to just go with it,
Wait, you know what? No, never mind. I still only get my 2 attacks. I can add my ability modifier to the damage of the second weapon.
Second attack.
There you go.
Yep. So, gotcha. So I'll make 2 attacks. I will quickly draw out my commas.
Okay.
I can get there with plenty of distance. And first attack is a 17.
The hits.
And the second attack is a nat 1.
All right. I need you to roll a con save as this is happening.
Yes.
Are you punching or what are you hitting?
I'm using my commas.
Oh, okay.
So basically, monk kind of Sith type weapon.
Yeah.
Or Scythe.
A Sith monk. That's entirely.
Oh, do you have
I know.
a
When I said that, I was like, wait, no, that's not right. 17.
Okay. All right. So you're only going to take half damage, which is 9.
All right.
You're going to get 9 acid back. So it just kind of, again, it sprays every time you make a connecting attack. So it just hits you once. It's uncomfortable, but you've dealt with worse before. Right now, it feels like sunburn. Next up is the monsters.
11 damage, by the way.
11. Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. Let's see.
It's slashing.
Okay. Perfect. Its original target is still Zachariah. So let's see. It is going to do its whale attack. So I need Zachariah, I need Phoenix, and I need Kilgreth to all make DC 14 Constitution savings throw.
Ooh. What's my Constitution?
Got a 19.
Okay.
8.
8. Okay. You do not save.
I know.
Hold, please.
All good.
I'm melting.
There we go. I used my D10 inspiration because I originally got a 9, and I added a 7 to that for a 16.
Okay. So you save, so you're only going to take half damage. So those who saved, you're going to take 7 damage. Phoenix, you take 14, and you are stunned for 1 turn.
No.
So you just hear this.
What was that laugh?
That's
lets
my
out.
suffering.
You hear this ear-piercing shriek that just emanates from this creature. It's just sounds awful. If there was glass that was nearby, it'd be shattering. It's just loud and it just jolts you to your soul. Excuse you, Salem. Hi. We're not doing this right now. Hi. You want my dice, which is the problem. So yeah, you will be stunned for 1 turn. At the end of your turn, you'll be able to try to save from it. I need to move my dice, apparently. Okay. Hi.
The whale hits us. I'll look down at the chain. I'll say, "Stay strong. We are only as strong as our weakest member."
Oh God, Smitty. Smitty.
As our weakest member.
All right. Next up is Rikeerik.
Okay. How far away am I from one of the monsters? Or
It's only one monster, and you're about 30 feet away.
okay. That is my movement speed, so I am going to run up to it.
Okay.
I'm going to try to inflict wounds upon it.
All right. Go.
At a 2nd level. So let's see. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Whoa! There you go.
What?
So, what are your rules for nat 20s? Or is it just regular?
Regular. Yep.
Okay. Since I'm casting it at a higher level, I'm going to roll 4d10 plus my d6 for regular melee damage. Let's see if I can do arithmetic. Hang on. 32 damage.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
And how are you
Well
inflicting wounds? Are
done.
you yelling? Are you coming in?
This is. I am screaming, Bazoola attacks! With my mace raised high, and I just kind of
Okay. And
right
is that
across the
bludgeoning
face.
damage or?
It is bludgeoning.
Okay. All right. So you do not get ricocheted acid at you because it's just a solid.
Huzzah.
Yeah. All
It's a
right.
solid ka-thunk.
Zachariah, you are up.
All right.
It's still up.
Yeah.
Is
Welcome to your boss
I
monster.
say boss monster.
Oh, okay.
I will. I'll pull out my warhammer, and as a bonus action,
Rick rolled. You got Rick rolled.
Oh, I love it.
love that d20.
Yeah.
Nat 20. I'll cast magic weapon on the warhammer,
Okay.
and I will swing it at the monster
Do it.
for a 27.
Oh, that hits. Oh,
And-
damage? Yeah.
And I will get my additional divine on that.
All right.
So that is 14.
Okay.
And I will just say, we gladly welcome you to church for today's sermon. And that's bludgeoning, so.
All right. So you're not going to take any
Mhm.
acid. So the total damage is
Just 14.
14. Okay. All right. It is up. It is looking a little bit bloody, but it is still up and it's angry. And we are back at the top of the order with Phoenix. You are stunned right now. Behind you, you're like frozen, like kind of ready to go in again. And behind you, you just hear your mimics like clapping, crying, and the soldier is like, "What do we do? What do we do?" Like he's panicked 'cause he's
Fight,
realizing
soldier,
he's like, out of
fight.
his league. So he's like, "Oh
That's
no!"
what I'd like you to do. Can I fight with my 4th level fighter?
He's like,
Is that his point? I don't know what he does because right now he's kind of just Pinocchio.
Yep. He's kind of like, oh boy, I can't do this. Okay. So he's kind of having an existential crisis right now. So it's just minor panic. So if you want to go ahead and roll a wisdom check to see if you can get out of
Let me out.
just kind of
Let me
jarred you.
out. Wisdom saving. Oh, I don't have any wisdom. 16.
All right, you're able to shake it off. You
Shake
hear
it,
your
shake
mimics cries
Shake
of
it, shake
got
it like a
this.
Polaroid.
your mimics do like
Alright.
like you hear
Aw.
like, you hear that behind you, and that you're able to just shrug it off and just kind of
You got nothing
focus
on me.
in. But that will be your full turn to do so.
And how did they
I'll-
stun me before? What was it with?
It was the whale that they did.
The whale.
Yes,
Sonic-
they're
the Sonic
only able
Blast.
to do- they're only able to do this whale twice a day.
The whale.
So- Not the whale like the creature. It's the whale is in the scream.
I know.
I
literally
That's
Bill
the
was like,
title. The whale. If I got hit
used
with
the
a whale,
list
it
for Bill, and he was like,
talk
"Wait,
about
where did that
random.
come from?" And I was like, "There's no
Okay.
humpback whale, Bill. It's the whale that gives in a scream." So you're welcome.
Hmm.
All right, Kilgreth. It is your turn.
Quick question, because again, I haven't played 5th edition. Well, never mind. A lot. When I do Flurry of Blows, would that give me a total of 4 attacks?
I don't know. I actually haven't played Monk. Okay,
Yep.
yes.
Because
When you're
immediately
saying
taking
yes,
it.
yes.
Yeah. Right.
Thank you.
Cool.
I'm not familiar with monks yet, so
Yeah, my group has only had 2 fights since playing 5th edition,
oh,
Aw.
and there's not a monk in there. So right,
Aw,
I'm going to
monks
spend
are so
it.
good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
all right.
Going to so 4 attacks. Going to spend a key point.
All right, go for it.
So let's see, Nat 20,
Ooh.
and as a half orc, I get to add another die to it. Savage attacks, baby.
Woo!
So
Do it.
Should I do all my attacks?
Do it. Yeah, just do it all
Do
at once.
it.
But
And then
Acid in
a
my
24.
face.
Hit.
And then
my
a 24.
Hit.
And then a 14.
Miss.
And then a 25.
All right. Hit.
So
16
Yeah.
is the AC, so
let's see. 8.
you do a pop, pop, pop.
8, 11.
What are you laughing at?
16. And 25 total damage.
Ooh, all right. So you got a couple that keep coming in. You're able to like smack her in the face near. She's like surprised. But you're doing great. And next up is the monster. And in this case, let's see. I'm gonna roll for fun. Would be a 20, but I haven't used any of my. I got 3 nat ones, so I will use one of my nat ones.
Hey, thank
Ew.
you. Man.
Oh, damn.
You're so fun. Oh, that would have been a lot of fun damage coming everyone's way. So that was the first attack. The second attack.
Don't forget all your net ones.
Oh, I know. I'm marking them off. There's 2 more.
Use them all. Preferably on my turn.
19.
That'd be great. Thanks.
Chat. I'll leave this up to chat. Chat, do I use the other nat one now, or should I save it? The fate of my players.
now we
rests in your
wait.
hands.
No, that
So
says
now,
yes.
all right. So it comes in for claw attack against you,
Ooh, Burbis,
Pilgriff,
it's
and it just misses completely.
Yeah.
Almost falls on the ground, but it manages to kind of scurry its legs underneath itself and right itself. And now up is Rikeerik.
Rikeerik, I'm gonna inflict wounds again.
Nice.
But this time at a level 1.
All right.
So I'm going to minus 1 of my d10s from it, and I'm gonna roll to see if I hit. Ooh, that is a. Hang on. 14.
14 misses.
Okay. Then nothing happens.
All right. You're kind of still taking everything in. A lot of stuff is happening, and a lot of bodies are kind of moving. The mimic soldier gets in your way for like a moment because it thinks maybe it can like defend you, and then it's like, wait, I just left my lady. I gotta go over there.
Just left
So
my
it's just
lady.
kind of wandering around.
Can I use my move action to disengage and step back?
Yes. Yes. You
Okay.
can.
I'd like to do that.
All right. You're able to do so. And now we're up to Zachariah. What are you doing?
With my bonus action, I will summon a spiritual weapon and attack with it.
What does it look like?
So you see a trident appear in the air over the head of the beast, and the trident comes out in full blazing glory, and then like shimmers for a slightest second, and then a chain like just links itself all around the entirety of the trident, and I'm just like,
Ooh.
that's new, and
Cool.
it will attack and miss horribly,
Hmm.
and I'm like, sigh. And then with my action, I will just attack with my Warhammer.
Ooh.
And that will be a 16.
16 is its armor class that hits.
Sweet. I will do my divine damage again on the first attack. That is
Ooh.
20.
20 damage.
Yeah, I rolled 2 8s.
Awesome. All right. So it just pierces it. And you are far enough away that you don't get the. Actually, roll a dexterity
It's
save.
bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning. Never mind. Fair enough.
Faith compels you.
So I have to ask, just for my sake, did you switch gods, or are you?
No, I'm just thinking. I just got my little new fiercely defended chain inanimate object.
I have a chain god. That's why I was asking, because I was like, oh no, he's one of the bad ones.
No, this is donation inspired.
No, I love it. All right. And next up, we are back at the beginning with Phoenix. All right, you were just able to get off your stun. You hear the war cry / chant of your babies behind you. They are rooting for you in this endeavor. What are you doing?
It's a very good question.
You got it, Mama.
Oh my god, they call me mama. Oh my god, mama. I'm
You're the
so
best
excited.
And you still hear, meanwhile, you still hear the soldier like, do I stand here? Do I stand here? I don't want to get in the way.
I don't want to get in the way.
He should fight if he knows what's good for him, which I don't know why he doesn't. Oh my god.
He's 4th level compared to you guys who are much higher level. He's like literally the person in World of Warcraft that like wanders into like the level 50 zone and he's like level 25, just immediate kill. Like, oh boy, okay.
All right. So I will attack again.
All right, go for it.
Yeah. Oh god, this is the worst. 3.
Misses.
Can I use a bonus action, because I am a bard, to give an inspiration die, which is
Yes, of course.
1d10,
Yes, of course you can.
and of course I will give it to my bestie so that they can use it.
How do you inspire them?
I sing
In my games, again, I must hear how you inspire.
No.
It's not automatic. You could be something as simple as "You got it" or something. Like it doesn't have to be
I
like
sing the song Mimic Queen.
your best hit.
Yeah.
Mimic
mhm.
Queen.
I wanna be a mimic queen.
There you
so
go.
frickin' bad.
Take that D10.
Boom. Inspired.
Take that D10.
Boom, inspired.
That's how it ends. Boom.
Boom.
Coming to you this summer from Thread Raiders, the
Yes.
soundtrack of. Okay. Yes. So all of a sudden, Kilgreth, you have a momentary after doing those flurry of blows that you did. You look over at your friend Phoenix, who you've known since the wedding, and
It was a great wedding.
Yeah, we had a
Great
great
wedding.
time.
We did.
that
That
really
fun
inspirational
fountain was
song
awesome.
that she is singing of the Mimic Queen, just the anthem of her life. It just resonates with you.
Mm-hmm.
Was the whole hive there at the wedding?
Yeah.
They were not at the wedding. And it just resonates with you, and all of a sudden you just feel so empowered and inspired because friendship is magic, and all
Friendship
of us.
is magic.
It is.
I love
It is.
you.
My little pony's coming.
Yep. So yeah,
What's the die?
D10. So you get to add a
Sweet.
D10 to your attack rolls, I believe. So,
believe so.
And it's your turn.
All right.
You can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Nice.
Before or after?
It can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
Okay. Cool.
Mhm.
I'm going to do flurry of blows again.
Nice.
I am feeling confident. Right. 28
Yeah.
and 14. I'm
Miss.
going to add my D10 under that.
Hit.
Nope. Wait, no, 17.
Hit.
Right. And 16.
Hit.
And nat 20.
Whoa.
Oh,
So 5d6s.
Ooh.
Math. Ugh.
Math
Math at 3 a.m.
29. 38. For a total of 46.
All right, so you go in, pop,
Yes.
pop, pop, pop. And after dealing over 250 damage, how would you like to do this?
Nice.
Yeah, you guys did over 250
Boom.
damage. I was watching the counter
Nice.
go down very slowly.
I didn't know that
Oh
song
my
was
gosh.
so popular.
Right?
Gotta be careful with that.
That last one, I'm going to actually use my foot. I'm going to basically do like a backflip kick with my and a heel strike to its head. And then I'm going to land with my fist on the ground and my other knee.
The creature is like
Hard on the knees.
and just explodes out.
Oh.
Do we all have to make like?
I need
consonants?
Zachariah. I need you are out of range. I need everyone else to make dexterity savings throw for me, please.
Oh god.
I am out of range.
Yes, you are out of range because you disengaged.
Nat
Yes, I did.
20.
Yeah, 20. Jeez, I might need to check that dice.
13.
13.
Mhm.
I believe you, Jeremy. I'm just
Where's
giving
it?
you a
Where's it?
hard
Where's it?
time.
There it is.
I
Right there. Right somewhere.
see
I
it.
don't know. There it is.
Well done. Well done.
16 for me.
16 for you. Did
We just
anyone
wanted an
roll
excuse
under
to
a
see your dice.
14? Did anyone roll under a 14?
No. Mm-mm.
No. Okay, so you only take half damage, which is
I don't take any damage because I have evasion.
correct.
Nah.
All right.
What?
Welcome back, everybody. We are nearing the end of our adventure. But before we do, they have just slayed one of the boss monsters that was in this area. It might have been one of the reasons why people haven't been coming back. So as you guys are coming down from the battle, you do actually see that some of the other further flower plot areas are starting to stir a bit. What would you like to do?
Like, quick, everybody, into the underground.
Into the
Temple.
mine!
As
Bazula
we-
proves.
As we're running, I'm going to hit Phoenix with a 3rd level Cure Wounds.
Nice.
If you could apply it to my
For
face, that would be great.
Yeah, you see she's got
Oh yeah, so maybe
wicked
you were
scarring.
hurt. Oh.
17 hit points back.
Thank you.
Nice.
I appreciate you.
Is
I'll make
anybody
you a
still
promise.
hurt?
I was
sorry.
gonna ask, is anybody still hurt?
I am.
Okay.
And actually, Phoenix, now that you can fully see too, since your mimics were standing so close to you during the battle, some of them got hit.
No. Can I give them? I mean, they're pretty small. Can I divide it amongst my like healing potion to help them?
Can I do healing hands on them?
Anybody know mending?
Yeah, I was gonna say if someone knows mending,
Oh,
I would
that's
allow that.
true. Money.
I didn't
I
take it.
might. I want
How about
to.
if Chad donates, I'll allow that all of them are magically mended together. You do also see Phoenix, the soldier that was summoned, is just completely like covered in acid. Just like,
Oh.
like
Oh my god, my tiny
just
team.
standing way too close. He did not make that save, so he got the like
How
brunt of
much
it.
money do you need from me? How do I make them
Help
better,
us,
Jordan?
Lord.
What do you need?
Let's see. Okay.
I'll
I
just
want
give you
to.
my credit
$5
card and you just
If
fix
someone
them.
donates $5, then the mimics will be fine.
$5.
If someone donates $6, then the knight will be somewhat healed.
The knight and the mimics, or just the mimics or the knight?
I'll do a 2-for-1 deal, and if you do $6 today, you two can heal a mimic knight and a bunch of $6.
You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Oh, there you go.
Hang on a second. I gotta put up the link. I'm
That's
gonna
what
do it
friendship's all about.
now.
Awesome.
Give me just a second.
Take your time.
What do you do?
I should-
$7, yo, just for an extra little bit of.
Yeah.
An angel.
Thank you
Not
so
at the sun.
much.
All of a sudden you see this energy coming from Bazul, and it starts going towards the mimics, and they start to come back together, mending together. Mimi actually now has a cute little bow, little bright pink bow on its side, and the knight, which had been covered, was like, he's like, oh. have fun.
Okay.
So they are all good, and the rest of you are rushing into the underground temple.
That was
Yes.
so close.
Right. And you hear the mimics like quickly moving behind you.
I'm going-
Can I?
Can
Were
I
you
pick
guys
some up?
still hurt? Were you guys still hurt? I wanted to heal y'all.
Yeah, I want to heal somebody too.
You can. Yeah,
I
I've
mean,
got a
I
lot of
am-
heals. You can save it.
I am
Okay.
wounded.
I
a
got
bit.
so many points of healing hands, so
Save it for if I go down.
all right.
So I'm about
Okay.
like 11 points down.
All right.
Let's
Okay.
see. Hang
How you
on,
doing,
I gotta
Rick?
find the right card. Huh?
How you doing?
I'm all right. I didn't get hurt at all. So.
All right, cool. I'm going
There it
to. You know what? No, I'm good.
All right. So you guys head down the stairs of this underground temple. How many of you have dark vision?
I do.
I do.
Okay. So I'm going to say that you two are probably taking point. You do see that there are several torches, although they're unlit. They're hanging on the side as you guys are coming down into this main entrance, and the doors quickly shut behind you after the mimics and the soldier and everybody are in. I will make sure I specify that before.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I like to know these things.
Yep, I figured. I'm making sure. So you guys are able to get in, and not long after you do hear like pounding at the door. So whatever it is trying to come in. Hello, big summer blowout. So
Yeah, I didn't put a comment, but there it is.
Thank
awesome. Thank you so much. for
Awesome.
that.
We
There we go.
appreciate you.
Okay.
And Phoenix, you can sense that healing energy that just happened for your mimics is coming from Bazul. So you're able to pick up on that.
Okay.
So you enter into this underground temple. There is a large room that's in front of you. It goes about 50 feet, and in front of you looks to be some kind of scale. And as you guys, are you standing close to the door, or are you walking forward?
I'd like to look for trips.
All right, why don't you roll an investigation check for me, please?
Drippy drip, drip, drip.
There we go. Because mimics are people too.
That's
Fair.
right.
That's very true.
That is right. This
Can be
mission.
people too.
It's only a 10.
Okay. You see some areas in the room that like there's holes in the ceiling. So it might be something you're not exactly sure. Right now it just looks like maybe some like old time kind of vent
Mm-hmm.
system. You're not really sure. It's too hard to see, and you're too busy like just with that near death experience. You're too busy kind of focusing on your mimics and the night that really didn't help you like in any way, shape, or form.
So could I cast Unseen Servant to carry them?
Sure.
To keep them safe? Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to do that, and it lasts
Ooh.
for an hour.
All right.
And he can
so,
perform normal tasks such as carrying things.
so all of a
I'm gonna
sudden,
scritch a few of them on their lid.
No.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh.
this so only Phoenix will see it. It'll be seen to her, but it'll be unseen to everybody else.
Of course,
This
because I'm delusional.
yes, magical. We love you for it.
Hmm.
You see this green creature with really large ears, just kind of sitting cross-legged, and all of a sudden the mimics just kind of rise up and are floating
Yay.
along with it.
Baby Yoda. My unseen servant's Yoda. That's fantastic.
Baby
You're
Yoda.
welcome.
It's in a pod.
So all of a sudden you just see like and they're floating. It's not like they're like stagnant in place. They keep bobbing up and down. So
Aw.
He's doing his little waddle.
Yeah, that's cute.
um
Yay.
what would you guys like to do?
I'm going to just take a kind of close look at kind of what we're walking into. So like a perception
Okay.
check, I
I'm
guess.
gonna go ahead and roll perception.
19.
Okay. So you also see on the
Oh
wall.
gosh, I do have mending. I didn't see that.
Oh well, it's all good. It worked out. So you see along the wall as well, there are those kind of ventilation systems that Phoenix was kind of looking at and then got distracted. So you see that there are these openings high up in the wall that are about like 2 feet by like 2 feet. And then the room that you're in, it's one large room. And it extends about 50 feet in front of you. And then there is a large, what looks to be scale. And the scale is tipped to the left.
Oh.
In the left kind of holder, there seems to be a bunch of water that's in it. And then in front of the scale are a number of items. Let me get my list.
Let me get my pen.
I have one really quick question while you're looking that up.
Yeah.
Can everybody see? I missed that part. I'm sorry. Or is it too dark for some of us
I
to see?
assumed that one of you lit a
we'll
torch.
tell 'em.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wanted to cast light on the end of my mace.
Perfect. So you have that. So they're able to see.
I think
I
we
kind
actually
of
both have dark vision anyway. This works.
Yeah, I have dark vision.
Okay, well then, never mind.
perfect.
Probably was- yeah.
Save your light.
Here we go. So you see in front of this large scale, it's about like 10 feet total. And then one side has the water and the other side is completely free. In front of it is several items. There's a crystal. There is what appears to be a figure with robes, purple on, a feather, about 50 pieces of gold, a scroll, and a sword. And I have to ask what languages everybody can read.
So I didn't get all of those.
Okay.
Common, Elvish, Giant, Goblin, Deep Speech.
Okay. Crystal,
Mm-hmm.
figure with robes,
Mm-hmm.
feather,
Okay. Gold,
Gold.
50. Mm-hmm.
scroll, and a sword.
Okay. Thank you.
I speak Abyssal, Celestial, Common, and Orc.
Okay.
Common, Orc, Dwarven, and Thieves' Cant.
Okay.
Common, deep speech, Elvish, and Sylvan.
Okay. So only Zachariah can read it.
Ooh.
It says
You're so
in
special.
Celestial, what equals the cost of water?
Wait a minute. Smitty, did you pick out the chain because that was your inanimate object you were in love with?
Yes.
Yes.
I just caught on to that. This whole time I'm like, why does he want this chain? What could this possibly mean? Like, I don't know any god that needs chain. And then it just came to me. Well done, Smitty. I was like, why is he so obsessed? Oh.
I'll read it to everyone. It says, what equals the cost of water?
Nothing. No, wait. Everything.
Ooh.
Wait. What equals the cost of water?
Yeah.
Everything.
Can I look at the objects?
Yeah.
For the scroll, is it like a water scroll?
So you look it over. Based off the languages that you know, it's not something that's familiar to you. But you can gather that this is probably just a representation of something.
Gotcha. So, is it heavy or is it
Acknowledge.
made out of scroll, but it's just representing?
It is
Parchment.
heavy.
It's made out of It's what?
It is heavy.
Oh, I thought you said it's happy.
It is happy too.
Happy to
'cause
see you
all
too,
of a sudden
Scroll.
you like burp and a little bit of that potion comes back.
There's too much cuteness happening in this game.
The,
It's becoming a
scroll, and
campaign
you
now
see
in
that
my
it's
mind.
Very happy that it is a scroll.
What equals the cost?
Zool feels that everything is the answer.
Well, then should we load it up with all of these objects at once?
That seems too easy.
Yeah. So the scale you said is tilted to one side, right?
Yes, and that's where the water is.
It's falling into the scale.
Yeah. So
when
if
you
the
say-
water's on this side, it's tilted this way.
You said there's a robed figure. What do you mean by that?
So it looks like it's some kind of statue with like
Okay, like a figurine.
like the size of like my microphone.
Okay.
Okay.
Here in rows.
What if that one represents life?
How much water is in the other side?
You can gather there's. Do you want to do a strength check or?
I feel like water should be priceless.
Right?
Yeah, so it should
Or
be
life.
like, yeah, life.
So you want to put all the
Like-
stuff on there?
Either all of the stuff or the figurine, or myself. I want to put myself on there.
Do you actually put yourself on there?
I'm afraid for your safety.
Does anyone object?
No.
Okay.
I'll help you.
I'm just gonna
I-
kind of look around awkwardly.
I want to go and sit on the scale and sacrifice my everything for water.
Oh,
Oh
Okay.
my
Oh.
god, we're learning things. Everyone. I'm sending my unseen surf far, far away with all my baby moons.
far away. Okay, so you do go to sit on the scale, and you hear it click,
Oh no.
and then all of a sudden you see from the vents mud just starting to
Oh
Oh
no.
no.
chamber.
She has made a grave error.
Rebecca Gross.
The timer is starting.
No.
Oh no!
So it is starting to rise right now. The mud is slowly starting to come up your way. You're starting to realize that the way this temple is set up, you guys are on a tilt, so you are up a little bit higher. So the mud is slowly starting to rise up and come your way. What are you doing now?
Are we gonna
Jumping off
throw
the
all
scale.
stuff? Do
Say,
you want to put all the
off,
stuff
off.
on there?
Are you putting all the stuff on there now?
Yeah, is that what we want to do? That was our original idea, right? Since there's a time.
Yeah. Let's put all of the stuff on there, or the
Okay.
feather.
Do it all at once.
Yeah.
Hold on.
mhm.
Hold on. I'm
Well,
going
okay.
to. What about life and
You
blood
are not
is
sacrificing yourself.
no, but our
Don't
blood
even
is
look
the
at
essence of life.
Pinocchio.
Yeah.
That's,
just
that's
wanted
what
to
I was
put-
thinking. That's what I was meaning by like putting myself on
You
there.
were thinking about killing Pinocchio?
Jim, and now you're gonna like blood sacrifice him? What is going
No,
on?
no. I'm going to prick or like again put a slice across my slice across my hand and
Okay.
put some blood into
Hmm.
the scale.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Nothing.
More mud. Now it's coming to your ankles. It is starting to rise up more. Right now it's at your calves. What are you doing?
I'll give you
Putting-
like a monk wrapping to wrap your hand with since you're bleeding.
Thank you.
I want to put the feather on it
Put
So I
the
was
feather
thinking.
on the side of the scale.
on the side of the scale. And it evens out.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking.
I was thinking that too, but I don't get what it represents.
The mud
Science.
starts
Yeah.
to recede. Like climbs back up to wherever it came from. And then the scale itself starts to sink into the ground. And where it once was is now a staircase
Oh.
descending down.
Oh.
Let's just follow the staircase.
Mm-hmm.
Who shall lead?
I shall. She shall. Oops, sorry. She only speaks in third person. She shall. Bazoo!
She shells. I'm seeing your. All right, you guys extend downwards.
I'm gonna grab the gold and the scroll as we walk by. I'm gonna say, alms for the poor.
Uh-huh. Very nice. All right, so you guys extend, walk down the staircase. It feels like it's forever. You keep walking down the spiral staircase for 10 minutes,
Oh,
15
jeez.
minutes,
Oh my goodness.
20 minutes.
I'm feeling this is wrong.
These stairs
definitely
never
wrong.
end.
Then suddenly you're at the
I have a
bottom.
bad feeling about this.
Oh, I thought we were stuck in like
The long,
forever
thin,
going.
winding stairway without any banister.
The doors slowly open in front of you, and you see this. Can't with this group.
Was that like a legit thing from a musical, or did you just come up with
Yeah,
that?
it's from Oliver.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
never seen it.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
it's from Oliver.
Oh gosh.
That's why I was like, I can't with this group because I knew the reference immediately. In front
Throw
of
him
you.
down, for never before has a boy wanted more.
That's fair. You see now what appears to be water, crystal clear, blue. You can guess that this is Cherin's path that she took, and that this is the water that she was so hoping for and
Yes.
searching for.
Yeah. Oh, no, I want to wash my feet
Oh.
in it because we had mud. She's not going to. She just
It's
wants to.
mud.
She's like, mud between her
icky.
toes. She does not like.
So what are you guys planning to do to bring the water back?
That's
there
a
seem to
good
be
question.
Let's
or
see.
instrumentation?
I mean,
You do have mimics.
we probably
that-
should have.
Hey, maybe they can all turn into like vessels.
I would
So
say-
I've got
And then your
my
unseen servant can like carry them all back to the.
That's right. You
village.
haven't used your wishes yet.
I have a wish ring here,
Oh.
but it's a wish ring, guys, and I know it's a one shot.
Jordan. Yeah.
Let's just look around real quick to make sure before I.
There's like a lever that opens up a gate and it just flows out.
giant giraffes just magically appears. Yeah. So you walk around the chamber a bit. It's like a large kind of pool almost, full of water. You don't see any like barrels or braziers or anything to kind of carry the water with. Who's the last down the stairs?
Probably me if I stop to grab the gold and the scroll.
Okay.
Mhm.
Why don't you roll a perception check for me, please?
10.
10. Okay. You hear the echoes of footsteps, but you're not sure if it's your group that's walking around in the chamber or otherwise.
I immediately think of your
Nadora
yeah,
depths.
the Nadora story from before, and I'll alert the group.
Okay.
And I'm also. No, sorry. Go ahead.
I would say I just growl and mumble underneath my breath.
I want to produce a flame in my hand if I can
Okay.
find it.
Flame.
Green flame.
I'm gonna cast Guardian of Faith
Okay.
on top of the doorway, and then I'll just turn around and be like, "Do yourselves a favor and don't go near that."
Oh no.
Fair enough. All right.
Perfect.
So
Can't
what are you
find
guys
it.
doing?
I'm trying to find my flame.
I'll start to, as we're waiting, I'll start to kind of concoct in my mind a vision of a network of clean and like solid and trustworthy pipes to connect the water to everyone on the island who needs it. And just be ready to wish such a thing into existence if we
Okay.
can't think of something else.
Okay. All right.
Any bright ideas?
Let's see. Hang on.
I mean,
I'm- yeah.
wishes are nice this time of year.
You have 14 minutes to think of something.
The only idea that Bazul has is the one that she stated before, is requesting that the mimics that the queen has so generously saved from ultimate destruction turn to vessels to carry water back to the village.
You want the baby mimics to hold all this water?
Not
all of,
all
I
the
don't think they
water.
need.
I don't want
I don't
to
think-
drown them.
I don't think that we need all the water.
No,
We
just
need
some,
a little
just
bit water
to show
so
that.
they can create water out of the water we bring back.
Yeah.
Can mimics drown?
How
by
about
that?
just a hope
Pinocchio
chest
can
size
hold
one?
a lot
Drown.
of water. I hear he's really good at swimming and can hold his breath for a very long time.
Phoenix, too. You also notice that several of your mimics, while they are still floating with your unseen servant, they're floating, but they are kind of all maneuvering towards the back right-hand corner, back by the stairs.
That's right.
Be careful
Tell
of the
Mama where it
guardians.
is. Oh no, wait, that's where you said not to go, isn't it?
I put them like in the stairs, as long as they have it.
Yeah, they're not near the stairs, but you see that they're over in that area.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk over there and be like, "Tell me what you see."
Okay. Why don't you roll an
Mimic.
investigation check for me, please?
One clap.
Clap your hands, children, and the mimic gets its wings. Like,
One
I would,
nom nom to say yes, and two nom noms to say no. What am I
I
rolling?
picture
you're gonna roll investigation.
Investigation.
I picture Kilgraith helping her out as well.
Okay.
Good. Can I get advantage since they're helping
Yes,
me out?
you will get
Oh
advantage.
yeah, all right,
Yes.
so good. Okay. So that makes it a 12.
Okay.
I will guide you if you'll let me
Guide me.
I'll allow
Will
it.
you
I'll
let me?
allow it.
Yes.
get that D4.
Oh.
Just don't roll one.
So it's 14 total.
All right. So you maneuver towards the back, and it's a bit dusty just because no one's been down here for a while. But you see in this back corner, it's very small, but etched into the wall. There seems to be some sort of like almost cave marking, and you see a series of chests kind of surrounding what looks to be a bird. And upon further inspection, you realize it looks like a phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're kind of maybe reaching forward and touching it a little bit, the wall kind of presses in a little bit,
Okay.
and it opens up, and there's a large vase in the shape of a phoenix that's got its wings kind of spread out.
That's cool.
Mm.
I'm in
Okay.
awe as to what's happening.
Oh.
It's large.
Perhaps we could use. You said it's a vase.
Mm-hmm.
A very large
vase.
vase.
Perhaps we could
Vase.
use that to carry water.
I believe that is what it's designed for.
Probably.
Let's
Let's stand around for 37 minutes. Make it
Over there, it's a phoenix vase. I'm gonna go poke it with a stick. Like, what?
Yes, I would like to pick up the vase and.
Oh no, it might be a mimic. Oh,
No.
she's the
roll a
mimic queen.
Strength check, because it's really
no.
large.
Oh no.
I shall guide you in your
Nat
efforts.
20, baby.
Whoa!
Nice.
Woo! Plus
So
2.
empowered.
Let's do.
I don't know how much it'll help me.
So
But
inspired and empowered.
just
by
I'm
your
doing this
friends.
so that we don't drown my mimics by accident.
And your mimics, yep, you're like, nope. I don't need a cart. I can carry all my groceries upstairs at once. Let's lift up this vase, which is essentially the same size as you. It's that large. And
Jesus.
you're able to lift it up.
What a mother does
And
for their children.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's right.
And you are able to fill it up with water. But you can tell you're definitely gonna need some help getting it
Yeah,
back.
Kilgraf, I need your help.
Yes, yes.
I
Come,
will-
I shall
So
help.
Ralph, at this point, you can hear, just with your experience, you can hear somebody starting to descend the stairs.
Closer.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and it sounds like several people.
Run away.
we have company. They're close.
I think
So,
we need.
yeah, Kilgraith is hyper focused on that now.
Mm-hmm.
Kilgrave, should I summon some reinforcements?
I believe that might be a good idea at this moment.
Go, Pinocchio.
Zachariah will.
Because that's what happens at 3:30 in the morning.
I don't know why I found that so funny.
He's
That's
so
canon.
bad.
His name is Pinocchio. That is canon. I mean, he was a wooden little boy.
Oh my god.
He was a wooden little mimic at one point, so he's done that.
Oh no.
What would you like to do?
I will pull out the Horn of Valhalla,
No,
Oh
of course.
gosh.
This is good.
and I will summon 10 berserkers.
Oh jeez.
We don't even
Shoot.
know if they're bad
Was that-
people.
No, they like me.
Is that your
have-
legendary weapon? Your legendary
Yes,
item?
legendary.
No, this wasn't legendary because
Oh,
the
really?
the brass one is only a rare one, I believe. Which is what I took. And I will put it to my lips and say, "Let the power of the Aegis Destrano ring forth from my lips as that of a mighty war horn, so that I may call down fire and fury upon those that would seek to oppose my heavenly mistress." And they all like ride in over the water to.
This is an epic scene.
I'll
And I'm
look
like,
at Pinocchio, and I'll just shake my head a little bit.
He's shaking. He's like,
He's a
he's
little
literally
boy that
like,
could.
oh,
It's all
these
right.
berserkers are popping up. He's like, oh boy, oh boy, boy. I wish I was a mimic again. Like, he just doesn't know.
Believe me, I'm gonna try to arrange that for you. This is not the life for you.
So as this is happening, you hear footsteps descending the stairs, and very slowly you see familiar gray, curly-haired.
I release Guardian of
Oh.
the
She's
Faith
like-
as soon as I see it.
Oh, you found it.
Housekeeping.
Oh, whoa! She just sees
Because it's the time things are gonna get weird. Shit, you gotta start logging in, man.
I don't think we necessarily budgeted for this amount of adventures, and boy, you really. I'm worried that I need to modify memory because if you all know where we are, it's one too many people. You see, she's like having some kind of crisis now. She's really starting to freak out.
Don't worry about them. They're already dead. I'll say about
What?
the
Oh,
Valhalla.
that's right.
That's
I
not a
was
tip.
like, wait, what? I'm like, what are you talking about? What? Secretly, Zachariah has killed you all and has been caring for your spirits the entire time.
I'm actually
That'd be amazing.
amazing cleric.
He's secretly a lich.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Oh, that would be crazy. So you see, why don't you roll persuasion? She's an old woman.
Oh, jeez. That's not good. 9.
Okay. She's looking at you very curiously. But luckily, she's not that.
Is there anybody else with her?
Nope, it's just her. Just
Oh.
her and Kane. Well. Oh dear. And she sees you with like the giant vase. She goes, well, give it to one of those men. You don't need to carry that. That's a lot. Aren't you her bodyguard? Or
Yeah,
what?
I'm-
Why
yeah.
would you make her carry that? She could get hurt.
She
she's
has
stronger
a-
than she may appear.
I see that, but still.
She has a way of making items or creatures float as if by some unseen servant.
The floating mimic still, and she's like, I see that too. Okay, well,
Baby Yoda.
I've had too much adventure for one day. I got too concerned as to your what was going on here, and thought we might be of help. But you seem to have handled it perfectly. But we best not stay here. We should probably keep it moving.
I'm gonna go help Phoenix with
Okay.
That's
Phoenix.
best.
13.
All right. Yeah, you're able to. It's not as impressive as when Phoenix lifted it up. No problem. You kind of stumble a bit, but you're able to help, and you're able to get it up the stairs. It's a bit of an adventure. You keep having to stop because the both of you are getting tired. Down the stairs for so long. Now you're walking up the stairs. But you slowly make your way back towards the village and are able to present the vase to the group. As you do, the group kind of they all applaud and say thank you. You each get 300 gold for your troubles. So you get that. And then you're able to kind of disperse throughout the city. You see at one moment, Jeremy, maybe it's a bit of, if you've had a little bit of ale or whatever, but at one point it looks like maybe there's 2 Brennas, and one of them is wearing the purple and black.
Who is this?
And we're gonna end.
Wait,
Well
say that again.
done.
What did I see?
So at one point, maybe it was the ale and relaxing from the evening. The leader, Brenna, who was the one that was the old lady. There might have been 2, and you see that one of these 2 had the black and purple on. And that's where we're gonna end tonight.
Oh my goodness.
Well
Brava.
Yay, good job, everyone.
That was fabulous.
That was amazing.
Yay.
Well done, Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So much. I am so lucky to have all of you as amazing players. Thank you so much.
Aw.
We had a lot thrown at us. Thank you so much for the donations. That was a lot of fun. Was not expecting all of it, but it was a lot of fun. And I'm hoping eventually I can stream this on Dread Raiders at some point. There's a lot more to this world that I've been building. And I would love any one of these amazing people here to be a part of this adventure too.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. Mm-hmm.
Contact me.
I want to see Smitty's character come back. That was good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We'll
And
have
I'm
a
going to save that
follow-up.
donation list too. And I'll be like, hey, Smitty. What's up, buddy?
Just send it to me like, random Tuesdays and stuff. I'll just walk around the street. People on the subway. Have you heard?
So why don't we do a quick go around of where I know we did at the beginning, but I know we've also had people coming in and out watching this. So why don't we do a quick go around of where we can find you? Let's start with, again, the amazing Jeremy. Thank you so much. I can't believe this was your first time.
Yeah. So thank you. Well, thanks for having me, guys, for inviting me. This was fantastic and for such a good cause. So again, thank you. You can find me, just type in on the tweets, Jeremy D. Kleinhans, like it says right there. You can also find us at Midnight Kingdoms on Twitter, active on both. Also, you can find midnightkingdoms.com if you're curious about that and the world that I've been building. Or you can go to jeremydkleinhans.com to see some of my other work. That's
Believe
it.
it or not, it actually got your name right. The captioning.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Oh, I
I'm
missed
serious.
it.
It
Darn
was,
it.
say it again.
Wow.
You have
You
to
can
watch
watch
the
yourself
VOD.
say it.
Yeah, we'll
You'll
do it
have
again.
to rewatch
Yeah,
the
do it
VOD
again.
of me doing the soda spit take and
Jeremy
all
D.
of it.
Kleinhans.
Oh, see,
how
no,
about
I
we
didn't
go
get it that
with
time. But it was spot
No.
on before.
I mumbled that one. Right. I'm done.
Smitty, how about you?
I am at PBSmitty pretty much everywhere online, but mostly on Twitter. You can hit me up there. Please do follow and say hey. And then also Tuesday nights, I am part of the Geek Attack crew that is playing at 9:30 p.m. Eastern on the Thread Raiders. channel, and I just realized I am speaking in the cadence of Zachariah.
You
without-
are.
I
Yeah,
noticed
I
that. I
noticed
noticed that.
All right.
So I'm going to stop there.
He lives on.
Yeah.
Rikeerik.
I am Rikeerik, as you just heard. I am on Twitter at Bayhome_Moss. And I am on the podcast Book Zombie Presents Curse of Strahd, playing Lena Random, who is quite random. She speaks to rocks. She's fabulous.
That's awesome.
Oh my goodness, she's amazing. You can catch us on, wherever you find podcasts. We are hosted by Welcome to the Party, so that's where you can find me.
Awesome. And CA.
And I am Chaotic Anarchy. Everybody in chat has actually been here all day, so they know me really well right now. Again, you can find me on the Thread Raiders podcast. I hang out on the Discord channel. I stream from time to time. I cosplay. I meet at conventions. I do a lot of stuff. I'm pretty crafty, so always feel free to say hi. I'm always looking forward to meeting people. And if you enjoy the streams that we do, you can be a part of it too. So if you want to volunteer with our charity stuff, you can always come to our Discord. It's primarily where we make our announcements. But we would love to have you join in. I mean, this is Jeremy's first time being on.
Yeah.
And I think they had a good time. No pressure or anything, but. And thank you so much for all of your donations. We've reached to $722. And
Wow!
we could not have done it without the
Dang.
help of everybody being a part of this, including you guys. So we really appreciate all the crazy mimics and weird stuff, bananas. I've got a lot of weird things today. We really do.
Oh, I was
appreciate it.
wondering, was I like blinking in and out that entire time? Yeah.
Yeah. So she would be walking, and then all of a sudden she's gone, and then all of a sudden she'd be there. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
And to explain too, so the feather was representing priceless. Water is priceless, so that's why.
That's
So,
that was my
Oh, yeah.
first thought.
I wasn't expecting the life. I was like, oh, that's good too, but
Yeah.
I don't want to sacrifice a character. Let's not do that.
Yeah, I was looking real grim for Pinocchio there, man.
I know you were very ready to throw Pinocchio in
I was
there.
like, all right, I'm in, but it's not going to be one hell of a stream.
And I'm at D&D Jordan Lee. You can check me out on Twitch and on Twitter at that handle. I'm also with Smitty on Geek Attack on Thursdays. I play Alice in Whisperwind.
Tuesdays.
Revived. Tuesdays, yes. I forget what day it is. I play a revived rogue. I am also occasionally on the Thread Raiders podcast, as well as tagging along at our various events at different cons and the Discord. So please come say hi. I'm happy to just roll dice with people, so I'm always down for that. But thank you so much for joining us tonight and for all of your donations. Please stay tuned. We have some amazing games still coming up. Chet is going to be doing a game very shortly. So it will be interesting to see. He's going to be leading another group through what he led Sean and I through last night. We all almost died. So curious to see what happens with that group. But thank you so much for joining us. Love each other, take good care of each other, and have a good night, everyone.
Yes. And
Be
Jordan and I will
excellent
be
to each
right
other.
back. We're actually going to do like a little chatty chat.